Hey there, gorgeous gays! Version 2 here with Yakuza 5. Today, possibly, we're not for realsies, we're not for guaranteesies here, but possibly, today, I get a hair in my mouth. And also possibly today, is our final Saejima stream? Maybe? Maybe. So if we go into Saejima, it really feels like it will be, because we've completed his side story thing. We've done all the main missions, and we did the contracts missions. If we go into his sub-stories, unlike Kiryu, who still has 2 left, we actually finished every sub-story with Saejima. We've actually done all of them. So it really does feel like we're probably going to finish up Saejima today. It's just a matter of the extra little miscellaneous things that he has spread around. It just depends on how long all of that takes, and then how long the actual story takes. We are in the final chapter, and we've already done some of the story for the final chapter for Saejima. So I would assume we're in the clear here. But also, one of those things that we have to complete today is going into here. It is the very stinky maps. We have to do his very stinky maps, apparently. I don't know why they're so stinky, but, yeah, we're going to do his stinky maps, which we've already collected complete of one of them, and then we've got little bits of the others. Thank God they're all lettered, so when, Deku eventually gives me a, map for the map pieces so we can get the maps, we can work it out by that. We also, yes, we also have the training to do, and we also have the Revelatons. Does anyone remember what the guy wanted for our next bit of training? Does anyone remember? The cab is literally right here. I can just take it. And it's not like money isn't. There's also the revelation, which, unlike almost every other time that we get revelations in this series, we've got no hints about where Saejima's revelation is. We got an email from Mac saying, "Do a revelation!" And that's literally all that we've heard about it. Nothing else has happened with it. So that's how we finished the story here and all the side missions, and now there's just no characters left in the village. They've all just run away, I guess. None of them are outside because they don't need to tell me to do anything, and it's fucking cold. Hello. Go to the mountain, love gorgeous things. Do I have anything glittery on me? Okay. I'm just going to directly ask what that is because I'm sick of the mountain gods. The mountain gods can suck my dick. I'm not just like getting random shit until it's like tells me what they want. The gods are dicks. The gods are dicks, and fuck them. Gold play from pawn shop. You did tell me that last time. I had forgotten. What are the chances we have one already in our inventory? I checked the save thing, and get out of my way! 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 I love just making sounds. It's so fun. It's so fun to be a streamer and to start making sounds. Penis. Guess what? I don't have one. Alrighty, that's not the pawn shop. Is that the one that's very down the bottom here? Was this the pawn shop here? No, that's Matsu. No, I'm looking for yellows. I'm looking for yellows, not oranges. What? Sakamat. Ibisu pawn. Oh, it's in here. I'll be honest, I don't even know if I've been in there. I don't even know if I've been in the pawn shop here. I probably have. There was that episode where we talked about Kari for a long time. I probably did it during that, because we did explore a lot of the town there. Yeah, given how long everything's probably going to take today, especially with fighting people, we probably won't start the next character today. Like, even if we get to a point, like, if we get to a point where, like, the stream's, like, 2.5 hours, and we've finished Saejima's parts, we will probably just call it there, and we'll just start the next character next time, so we've got plenty of time to actually, like, do, like, the beginning section of the story with them. Because it usually takes a while to do the beginning of the story. It'd be nice to, like, just divide a character between one and the next. So each one of them can get their own space. And also, We've had a lot of streams lately. Not Yakuza one's not as much, but we've had a lot of streams. Oh my god. Oh my god. We've had a lot of streams lately, in general, that have gone on for way too fucking long. So you know what? If we have a short one, then it's fine. I say that. Today's stream is still going to be like 6 hours. It's still gonna take forever. Those maps could easily take us 2 hours. And then it could be another 2 hours for the story. It could vary. Okay, there we go. I was focusing on my climax there, and I'm just like, I want to make sure I have climax saved for the main story. There we go. I want to make sure I save climax save for the main story, so when we get to a boss, I can just power dunk and then immediately end it, and that would be very funny. Alright, who's up for some hot porn? Well, unfortunately not getting it, because we are in Hokkaido. No, not Hokkaido. Is it Hokkaido? Yeah, Hokkaido. We're in Hokkaido, so nothing's hot here. I keep getting confused with where we are. Because we're in Hokkaido, in Sapporo, in Tsukimino. And so I keep getting confused which one we're actually in. But one of them is like the overall region, one of them is like the city, and one of them is like the suburb, I think. Is Hokkaido the equivalent of like Kanto? In terms of a region? Where am I? That's the pawn shop, there it is. Pawn shops across the entirety of Japan look the same. Every single one of them looks the same. If I go to Japan and I want a pawn shop, I better look for a building that looks exactly like this. There we go. I'd like to buy things. I'd like to buy a gold plate. Oh, I'm losing money on that. Fuck this training guy. There we go. Hokkaido. Okay, Hokkaido is the region like the Kanto region. Yeah, okay. Is there a name for the regions? Like, are regions the equivalent of states? Or does, like, Japan break up their places into, like, a different structure that can't really be called the equivalent of, like, states? Because America, like Australia, like, we have states. And, like, each state has their own, like, individual state government. And then there's individual, like, areas within those that have, like, their own local governments that have, like, mayors and stuff like that. So, like, is it similar in that regard in terms of, like, Hokkaido's its own island, region, and prefecture? It's big. Oh, okay. Is Japan? So... Is Japan like how many islands when I think of like the mainland of Japan, when you think of like the picture of Japan on the map, when it's like, yeah, that way. I'm trying to go on camera. When it's like that, is that main section divided into 2 islands, or is Hokkaido like a smaller island above those? Because my brain is now like, now that I think about it, I think it is like 2 separate, like, at some point in that section it does break off. Is Hokkaido like the entire north section? Because like, we've got in Australia, we have Tasmania, which is still part of the same country, but it is like its own little island at the bottom of Australia. But that being said, Tasmania is really tiny. Tasmania is its own island off the coast of Australia, but it is also, by a very, very large margin, the smallest state. It is a very tiny little thing down the bottom there. Though that being said, Australia is apparently also its own island. I feel, I don't know, it's just like, I know that's the whole thing. Like, there's even songs about Australia being like my island home and stuff like that, and everything like that. But it really does feel like, I don't know, I feel like calling Australia an island is cheating. It's so fucking huge. I feel like calling it an island is cheating. Hokkaido is off by itself. Japan has 4 major islands. It's made up of. Okay. So it's not part of like that main section that I'm thinking of. It is its own island. Okay. I guess it's similar to Hawaii. Like, Hawaii's 4 islands as well, isn't it? Alright, Tendo. Yeah! Here it comes! Slowly. Well, did I strike out this time? Hmm? Ah! What's going on, old man? There we go. Well, what's with that pause? Let go of the past and then you shall be free, Saejima. You know my name? Why do you keep calling me mortal before then? Oh, right. About your name. I plucked it from the mind of this old... We're going to somehow find out that this is not the gods and this old man is hanging himself up by strings. It is somehow going to happen. Somehow this will show this is going to be the case. This is the closest to just straight up supernatural shit this series, and we're going to somehow find out that it's just like strings. The explanation is going to be supremely lackluster and not explain the various supernatural things that we've seen here, and that's going to be the joke. You caused avalanches, you threw fireballs at me, you're flying! Ah, yeah, I faked it all. You caused avalanches. Yeah, I faked it. How? I faked it. It's gonna be it. It's gonna be it. Okay, guess that could explain it, considering you're possessing the old guy. What gets me is none of this is surprising me anymore. I'm Todoroki, leader of the mountain gods. Todoroki. So you're that first god I met before. Wait a sec. I thought Homura was supposed to be the boss god. And you sound different from last time. Not sounding so, godly this time. Homura's dead! What? Mountain gods could die? Just so. And I changed the way I speak so I could become the new leader. I guess that could explain it, but... it isn't easy being a mountain god, you know. Something don't smell right here. Huh? You're acting kind of weird. I find out you've been punking me. I kind of feeling like... Silence! It is time to do battle! God of the mountain! Mountain god! Oh, not the Shoryus! I forgot about the Shoryus. Hey! Don't go invisible! Gods can't go invisible! I guess there's something that stops them from going invisible. You know what? I'm now realizing. Without the ability to use heat here, the fact that I can no longer be knocked out, like, stunned while, like, staggered while in heat mode, will probably make this a lot easier. Main island is Honshu, then Hokkaido to the north, Kyushu, and, Shikoro to the south. Various Sumatra archipelagos, which includes Okinawa. Oh, Okinawa's like even. Okay. Come on. There we go. Got him. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Strange how Todoroki just attacked like that. It was like he was trying to hide something. Ow, ow, ow! You okay, old man? Don't you know how to pull your punches? What about those mountain gods? They always come at me like a freight train? Yes, well, you have a point there. Anyway, that god was acting kind of sketchy this time. Kinda hard to believe he was even a god. Then again, he did say he was Todoroki, so I guess he was the same god I met the first time. Man, now I'm really confused. That is just the way of the world, Saejima. Something simply cannot be explained. Not you too, old man. I got enough half-assed explanations from Todoroki. I kinda feeling there's something fishy with this mountain god thing. A needless focus on details will only lead to vexation, Saejima. Now, do you notice any new powers this time? Let me see here. Tiger? Dragon drop? Excuse me? I like powering up like this, but something about this whole thing doesn't sit right with me. Sorry, did Saejima actually just get a tiger drop? Fuck that Kyuri. I also noticed the offerings I need to get are starting to get more expensive. The gods of the mountains have many needs. You'd be wise to keep showing them your generosity. This is really starting to bug me. Better get out of my head or it's gonna keep me up all night. That would be the wise choice. Clear your minds, you may hear when the gods speak to you again. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, Saejima, I do hope you stop by again. My god. I thought he was the leader of the gods. There's still more? Alright. Tiger dragon. Yup. Holy shit. Holy shit. Saejima actually gets a tiger drop. Tiger dragon drop. Holy shit, that's badass. That is badass as hell. Sacrifices are tragic, but longer they used to sacrifice village maidens. And the gods want a human sacrifice these days, however. Oh. I thought I interacted with the thing and it's just like Saejima is now the sacrifice. Is it bear mate? Is it bear mate? Do I have to sacrifice bear mate? I hope I still have some bear mate. Is it bear mate? Hey, Kadera. That's the name that we're still insisting on calling you. Why do I have all of these dolls? Where'd I get these dolls? Get out of here. Why do I have dolls? Oh, encounter enemies. I was about to say, I make my encounters more likely. I don't want that. But encounters more likely with the end. Okay. I'll take that. We need the carrot. Carrot is apparently still important. We got our staminans. We got staminans. Get rid of a bunch of shit. I'm gonna try bandmate. I'm gonna try bandmate. Ow, my neck. If you want to know why my neck is always sore, blame work in retail. The amount of times I try and crack my neck, blame retail. Well, blame the fact that I'm a slightly taller than average person and the fact that I work retail. I am, outside of my boss, who I'm basically identical height to. I'm taller than everyone else I work with, and at pretty much every job that I've been at, that's been exactly the same story. I'm taller than pretty much everyone I work with. So, everyone uses the computers and they're like this, and for me to see the screen, I'm looking down like this all day. To actually look at the screen, I gotta do this, and then like looking at the lotto screen, I'm doing this, and then I'm working on the computer, and I'm like this. At the computer, and I'm doing that just all day. That's why my neck is always so sore, because I'm just too tall for my fucking jobs. Every job that I've ever worked. I feel like you can blame retail for most things, not just fucking retail, but just retail in general. I'm off a bear meat, and if it's... apparently... Did I not pick up the bear meat? Oh no, I just literally can't even offer it. Decky wants to sacrifice. I'm too lazy to work it out myself. I can't bring a comely virgin to him. They apparently don't want that. But if it's a sacrifice, I'd figure it's an animal, but I'm allowed to sacrifice an animal. So now I don't know. Gods are horny, give him the porn ma- Oh, they do want a comely maiden. They just want a comely maiden in print form. Oh. Oh, the pinup girl. You told me to buy that at one point, I'm pretty sure. Yay! Yay! That is what they want. They do want a comely virgin. They do want to come in a virgin. No! Damn it. Eventually. The gods are very specific. They need Princess Peach and Rosalina porn. Really? Really, really, Tendo? That seems very specific of the gods. Ah! No, I think the gods just got hard this time. This offering's gonna work? Who we got this time? Who is it that disturbs my slumber? Ah! Yikes, what the? Why did you, I mean, who is it that disturbs? I knew it! This is all a bunch of bull! Your magic and those mountain guides were total schlock! What? Nonsense! Stop this disobedience at once! You had me going for a while, but you blew when you couldn't keep your gods straight. Then there's those offerings! I ain't dumb, anyone can see it's just stuff you yourself wanted. Again, no explanation of how you caused avalanches, just fuck it. Fess up, old man. You had a good run, but the cat's out of the bag. You're just lucky I got a good sense of humor. Apologies, I couldn't stop myself. Honesty's the best policy. Never forget that. Why are you doing this anyway? The villagers are really creeped out. Ah, yes, well... Ah! Cut the crap already, old man. You really gonna pull this? Again? Come on, old man. I know it's all a load of crap. We, the gods of the mountain, shall not stand for this! You have mocked us for the last time! Come on, old man. You can't be serious. We expect little from you, for such base behavior is the nature of man. We shall no longer tolerate such ignorance. Prepare to suffer the wrath of the mountain gods and atone for your sins! Oh, come on. They're real! The old man really pissed him off. Prepare yourself, mortal! The day of judgment is nigh! It's gonna be fake again. It's gonna be fake again. It's gonna be bullshit again. The gods have shadow clones! Oh! Oh god! Oh god! This is just gonna be all the gods combined, isn't it? It's just all the mountain gods combined. Again, fortunately, now that I can't be like knocked out. Block the avalanche. Yeah, now that I can't be like staggered while in heat mode, yeah. These fights were really hard before, but yeah, with this, yeah. I see the series is still always serious. Yeah, this old man's turning invisible because he's a mountain god. Hey, I actually got the tiger drop on him. That was actually the tiger drop. Because of the way he worked, I wasn't sure if it would actually work. I see you are no mere mortal. Nah, I'm just a regular guy. We may seem insignificant to you, but you walk a mile in our shoes and you see it ain't so easy. Fool! I see now there is no point in dealing with your kind. Go! Live your life like the lowly worm that you are. Hey, old guy. You okay, old man? Yes, I'll be fine. Yeah? Well, all your screwing around made a real mountain god come knocking. Yes, I heard the whole thing unfold from some deep recess of my mind. So the gods of the mountain really do exist. I suppose I overstepped my bounds there. How are you flying? How are you causing avalanches before? What if this one's also bullshit? Ah, fuck it. Tell me about it. You better watch yourself. Indeed. I'll take that warning to heart. I'm done meddling in such things. Anyway, I'm glad I met you, Saejima. It has been great fun. My remaining years are few, but I will strive to leave something of worth for the next generation. Come visit me anytime you'd like, Saejima. I'll be here continuing my communion with the gods. Not so fast! Huh? Couldn't even get a word in with you wrapping up your farewell speech. It actually faded to black. And Saejima's just like, hey, fuck, no, shut the fuck up. No, we're not ending this, shut up. Oh, was there something you wanted to say? We never finished our talk. You know, the one about why you were doing all this. Then there's your magic tricks. How'd you pull that off anyway? Oh, about that. Look, if you don't want to talk about it, fine, but you gotta stop trying to scam offerings out of people. Besides, if you really can do magic like that, you could make a serious living off of it. I suppose you have a point there. Saejima must apologize for deceiving you as I did. But now it is time for me to reveal my true identity to you. Oh god, my god. He was never real! Oh man, he just disappeared. And what was that about his true identity? What? Was that old man really one of them mountain gods? Nah, no way. That's impossible. Well, that was a little freaky, but it wasn't all for nothing. Got some new skills out of it, at least. Tiger Essence of Blitzing. Maybe we'll meet again sometime, old man. See ya. I told you the bit would be that the explanation for what the fuck is happening is not gonna tell you what is happening, and then it's gonna be like, nah, fuck it though. I told you that's what it was gonna be, and that's exactly what it was, and I'm so glad that it was. Is it supernatural? Was Saejima imagining it? Who fucking knows? You got stronger out of it. Why does it matter? You got the ability to tiger drop. Stop your bitching. There's a lot of training / revelation stuff still here. There's a lot of it still here. Which kind of concerns me how much of it is still here. Why is there still so much to learn in training / revelations? Tiger Essence of Blitzing. Charge forward and send your enemy flying, only possible when climax heat gauge is full. Triangle during max yellow dragon spirit. What's... Okay, question, what is max yellow dragon spirit? What is that? Yeah. Your charge on sub droopy. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. You're totally right. Thank you, Droopy. Thank you, Droopy. I wish that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger principle was real. Okay. Interesting. So you do the taunt, you release it, or maybe it's while you're... Well, no, because specifically the Yellow Dragon Spirit is when you release. Because Golden Dragon Spirit's just the holding it. But this is hold R2, then release. So as you release, you can then do the big fucking... this thing. Holy shit, okay. Shitty day at work, but I leveled up. We still have so much training here. Which is concerning. It's like more of this stuff is like, yeah, I get that, because we have not, like, leveled up things. Though that being said, we can't actually level up at the moment. If you see down here, I noticed this, I think, between streams. We're actually maxed out at... We're at level 20, which, like Yakuza 4, is max level. That being said, we still have more upgrades to get. We still have more upgrades that are possible to get. So I feel like we're gonna be able to do something at some point that can increase our max level. But that might be like a finale thing. The weapon. Oh, weapon revelations. That's why there's so many there. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, weapon revelations. Yes. That is something that is not happening as part of stream. Well, as part of the LP at all, really. That's what it is. I forgot about those and had to check them. Yeah, that. Yeah. Because I was just like, because there's like, we have one revelation with Mac, I believe it was said. Which, speaking of, where do we do that? Have I ever mentioned that Deku's goated? Yakuza series would be so much harder if it wasn't for Deku just telling me where to do everything. I mean, it's stuff I could look up on my own, but looking up on my own, I could possibly spoil myself. And also would mean me clicking constantly back and forth, but Deku was good. Hey, Tendo training! Deku Yakuza Sage Guide. Deku has, like, every Zurich Z guide saved in a bookmark folder, I'm assuming. Hey, Tendo training complete. There we go. So let's head to there for an item we probably won't pick up because we've used very little completion items in this game. Eastern part of the Main Street Park. One-ish eastern part of the Main Street Park. The public park? I assume so, yeah. So he's the real Yakuza Sage. Alright, well that is, well we're very close to that, so let's go over here. Cops. So I was gonna go around until I see an X in the corner. Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me! Excuse me! To be fair, going down this entire side of the city is something that I did say I had to do at one point because it's possibly map. Because we never go down this side. You can't go down the left-hand side, like the west-hand side of the city, but you can walk the entire down the east side, which I've not done. And I would not be surprised if there's a bunch of map pieces that are there specifically. Oh, I'm saying there's a bunch of people who are not going there. It is. Oh, come on! Oh, come on! What? Examine. Oh, I didn't even. I was literally looking at the ground. Hey! I was literally looking at the ground specifically. Ah, English! I was kind of. Sorry, I'm used to English only being in menus, not in pictures. Profound map. We'll work out the riddles once we have all the map pieces. We'll have a look at what the riddles are once we have everything. I'm confused at the revelations in here, because we've been around here. Like, at least a couple times. I assume that was Saejima's canon reaction. Ah, English! Well, I think it's a note for Saejima to read. That's why it's just like, oh, fuck, it's English. Oh! Oh! Is this the revelation? Does the revelation... He did say, after we did this sub-story, that he'd be back to watch. Oh! Okay, that's clever. I will say that's cool. That's cool. Okay, I was wondering what the payoff for this would be. It's the revelation itself. Oh. Oh, alright, I gotta press buttons during this, I forgot. Oh, you're kicking off snowballs off of it! Man is talented. Terrible at coming up with ideas himself, but very talented. Yeah! Oh shit! No, he landed too far off the side! Oh no! No! Whoever making whoever it was on Yakuza 3's dev team, who was just like, we need revelations to have excuses. So what are we doing here? What is the actual? Oh my god! I thought it was just gonna be throw someone into this snow, but oh my god! Street performers gotta have all kinds of acts, like breathing fire and throwing knives. How's this guy get invited to the festival anyway? You gotta go trade or come up with ideas or something like that. What have I made? Essence of Snowman! True best hate move of Okay. Deku, is this why we've had the carrot the entire time? Is this why we've had the carrot the entire time? Is this the only... This is why I thought the carrot was like a... This is why we've had the carrot the entire time. Hold carrot / carving, grab enemy, then triangle. Violently roll your enemy in the snow, turning him into a human snowman. Hold carrot, grab enemy, then triangle. Is the carrot a weapon? Or is it just if it's in your inventory it counts? You just need the carrot in your inventory. Oh my god. Oh my god. That orange heat action from Zero Such Kawami? I don't think I ever did. Okay, whatever you're referring to, I don't think I did. That doesn't sound familiar to me. What heat move is that? I don't remember anything with an orange. Did I miss an amazing heat move in Zero? Shit. This is why we need to do a Rate the Heat Move series. Alright. Here we go! Wait. Oh, because I'm in... Uh-oh. What orange are the guys about to punch the orange just come out of it? I think we did that one. I do not remember that at all. Okay, so I have a slight issue. I have a slight issue in that I have full climax, so I actually can't do it. So what I need to do this one first. Oh. Oh! Oh shit. Oh! Oh! Yeah, you just charge through a whole group of people, okay. Just fucking run at them and they will die. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Ah! Was the honor necessary? Extraordinarily so. The snowman is a weapon if you yeah, that's the thing. I gotta do it first on an enemy because that's absolutely an environmental thing. You be on the snowman and beat people with it, we have to do. Oh my god. Oh my god. As I said, during Yakuza 3's development, someone came up with the idea of Revelations, because that's the game that started it. Someone came up with the idea of, what if we just have really wild shit as an excuse to get hit? Oh, it doesn't even use it! Does it not use the carrot? It didn't even use the carrot. It doesn't even use the carrot. Well, I gotta see the wooden doll variant. If it doesn't even use it, that is godly. That's godlike. fucking pogging out of my dick, yo. Holy shit. But yeah, someone in Yakuza 3 said, we need an excuse to just have wild-ass cutscenes. Like, saving them for sub-stories and saving them for story, like, main story, that's all good. But I have this idea for a really wild cutscene. But I can't come up with a reason of why a sub-story would result in it. What if we just have an excuse to have a ridiculous cutscene that gives the player a heat move? No context. There doesn't need to be anything. Just the character sees it as they're walking past. We don't need to build it up. We don't need any context for it. It just happens. And then that person has created some of the funniest moments in Yakuza because of everything that's happened since. And that person deserves the sloppiest toppies for the rest of their life. Because this is the result. Look at this shit! What? Wait, it comes... Well, I guess the guy's in the bottom. I was about to say, why is there... How does it come apart? But yeah, I guess that's because the guy's actually only in the bottom. The guy's only in the bottom. You're not literally bisecting the guy. You're not bisecting them with it. Okay, it used the doll. It used the wooden carving. A new way to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Maybe the carrot is infinite, or maybe it... Oh, actually, you know what it might be? You know what it might have been? Because I won the battle with it. It's probably that. It's probably because I won the battle with it, Saejima just took the nose off. Where if it stays in the battle, it stays in the... It's probably that, yeah. Well, we're just going to carry a shitload of these. I was gonna carry a shitload of those. Yeah, it's probably because we won the battle with it, so it didn't, like, turn the carrot into an environmental item to hit people with. If I had to guess, that would be why. Because you didn't consume the carrot after. Yeah, I'm assuming it's because we won the fight with the heat move. So, it did the heat move, and then the battle ended before, like, the cutscene ended and turned the snowman into an environmental object. And I guess it's specifically turning the, like, once it becomes an environmental object you can interact with, that's what consumes it, not the actual trigger of the heat move itself. Which again kind of implies that just immediately after Saejima does the heat move, he just grabs the carrot afterwards, and then just leaves the fight. But we have a way to test here. We currently have 3 dolls and a carrot. This is the only guy in this fight. We just gotta wait for him to get up. Do you wanna build a snowman made from some fucking dude? Yeah, we still have the carrot. Either the carrot is infinite or it's because of that specific trigger that we're talking about. Yakuza, I feel like Yakuza 5 has so much... Yakuza 5 has so much more extra sauce when it comes to its heat moves. We've mentioned it before at the beginning of it, and also there's been a couple moments with Saejima. Kiryu's are more particularly noticeable, but we've also seen it with Saejima. When it comes to, like, the brutality of the heat moves, Yakuza 5 has a lot more sauce in its brutality behind the heat moves than 3 or 4 did. And stuff like that. Honestly, even compared to, like, 0 and 1, I think some of the moves in this seem really impactful. Like, just the specific framing, the sounds, some of the blood that comes out of it and everything like that. It's just, like... This game feels like it has an extra level of sauce to it that the others just don't have when it comes to its heat moves. I have the dragon. Okay. It's just another dragon thing. We got another dragon thing. Kingdom was wiped out in a battle over this jewel. Yeah, this is another crafting room, which we have done the least amount in this game compared to any other. This game is pretty ambitious in many ways. I'm not being drawn into this game's story and the difference between the characters or anything like that in this game to the extent that I was in 4, even close. I still think 4 has done the best job of like doing different characters, doing a main story and everything like that. Oh, Fishery Road. Yakuza 4 still to me stands out as the peak of this franchise when it comes to like what the main story experience has been like. But Yakuza 5 very much has that. This is the game, this is the franchise trying to evolve. This is the franchise trying to be doing as much shit as possible. Cops, better stay clear. We're at a taco convention, 2 dudes in Yakuza cosplay saying Bakumitai flawlessly. Fucking incredible. Deku! Deku! Deku, honey, sweetie, you know how you're my best friend and I love you? And like, I'd do anything for you? Do you have a map for maps so I can get some maps? All the other streamers out there trying to avoid parasocial relationships. Meanwhile, I'm over here. Honey, sweetie! Because the thing is, like, at this point, we've gotten what? We're still missing 4, 5... We're still missing 7 people. Actually, you know what I can do? You know what I can do? Well, my bestie. Finds a map somewhere online. I'm just abusing the friendship at this point. I'm just taking full advantage of it. But what I can do is I can walk up, as I said before, I can walk up the entire east side of the city. And actually check over there, because I know that's one place that we've not done. I mentioned it during the curry episode that we should do that, and I never did because we got tried to buy literally everything else that existed. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously the main story can really turn it around in this game. It's not to say that the main story hasn't been pulling me. It's not to say that the main story's been bad. I think it's more so just the main story. One, this is the game where we had a 10-month gap in the middle of it, so that does not help, and I can't really hold it against the game entirely if I can't remember things in it because of that. That being said, I'm having trouble remembering Side Monster. So see Matt posted in Discord. Thanks, sweetie. Oh goodness, I am First letter is what type of map it is, to keep questionable map, then ABCD for which part it is. Honestly, like, the game knows. The game is super aware that people are just going to, like, look up guides for this. Because the game itself was the one that said, you know what we're going to do to make this easier for people to do this? We're going to literally number the parts, so when people look up a guide, the parts can just have, like, the things tell you. Much easier. There we go. So, if you're wondering what I'm looking at, it's this. I'm just looking at this, where it's like, hey, look, there's all the pieces, which, by the way, there are 2. Well, sorry, 4. There are 4 if we go up here, but we got that one earlier today. So, yeah. So we can just go around here. We can do all that. Oh, what the fuck is... I forgot about this. I completely forgot about this part from the other thing we were doing. Secret chat backgrounds. What is even showing there? That's just OBS. It's just OBS. It's just OBS. Whoops. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That is from when we had, that's when we had Discord, as the chat window. I completely forgot that I didn't actually add back in a chat window for that. Oh well. Oh well. I don't think there's anything untoward in that tiny little section there that you said. So I think we're fine. What was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, stories and stuff like that, yeah. Yeah, it's not to say that I'm not enjoying the story in this game. I am. I'm just having trouble remembering details of it. Again, it just, like... Hi. I gotta, you know what, I was about to say, let's just run up this entire side of the street. Well, let's actually look at what pieces I need. Be a little easier. Okay, so we need old maps. So we need O, A, B, C, E. Questionable, we only need E. And we need impressive, A, C. Can anyone remember that off the top of their head? Actually, I can type it. Okay, I'm going to type it into chat. So we need caps lock. O-A. O-B. O-C. O-E. We also need, what was this one? Questionable. We need Q-E. We also need, this is impressive. I-A and I-C. That's a 1. Why did I type 1? Okay, so let me just double check. So, yes, old maps we need... A, B, C, and E. We need questionable. We need E. And then impressive, we need A and C. There we go. There we go. Chat, vlog, you are now my inventory keeping. you will keep track of what I need to do. So, if we run along here, there is actually one up on this corner. So we can grab this. We can grab this little bit here. It's somewhere here. It's somewhere here. It's somewhere here. Oh, it's on the... I was looking on the ground. It's on the pole. There we go. We got OE. There we go. Okay. I and I say... Okay, OD... I'm just looking at the map. So, yeah. O's, I's, and Q's. I don't think there's anything else down here. OD, no, OD we've got S's, we've got the P's, we don't have any of those. Okay, if we go up here, S, P, no, we don't need, O, A, actually, O, A, I know what that is. I'll be honest, OA is in a spot I didn't even realize you could get to. That one is pretty clever. That one is pretty clever. I was like, this is a cool way of doing the normal locker key stuff. Having a locker key system where it's like, get a collection of them and you can get like a big thing. I think that's cool. I appreciate the locker key system in terms of just like the way it incentivizes city exploration. I think it's something to say about the games and like the way that I explore the cities is by just taking in the environments as opposed to like walking around everywhere. Because despite how much we walk around the cities in these games and like tread over most of the map several times, I'm always missing dozens of keys. In basically every fucking game that we do. Actually, how do I get there? Saejima. Oh, I can just walk here. Run me over! So there it is. Yeah, it's in the train. There we go. There we go. It's in the tram line. So now we go over here. There is an IA over here. If we go over this way. We have an IA to get... again, like, how did I miss this one over here? It's... You know how we went to the Zyko Mart earlier to get rewards? It's literally, like, right in front of it. Like, it says examine, and I can't even see it. Where? Where is it? Where? Is it that? Is it down there? Corner of green box. Really? Oh my god! I am blind. I swear to God. I am blind. I can't see shit. I have dickhead eyes. Oh my God. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? So now we continue up here. OB. Is that our next one? What Q did we need? We needed QE, so no, don't need that one. Okay, yeah, so OB should be our next one. It's another one of those in the crossings between sections. Sorry, I had to. So now we'll actually use the carrot. Now we'll actually use the carrot because there's still people to fight. Or the carrot is infinite, which I doubt it. No! Oh, it's also ridiculously powerful. The actual pieces are so fucking powerful. I like how, again, it seems specific. When you start grabbing the snowman and beating up people with it, people start running away. That has now happened like 2 times, of the 2 times that we've tried it. Where the moment that you start picking it up and... Actually, no, so OB's in the middle. OB is apparently right in front of me. We have walked down here so many times. I am blind as a bat. Holy shit. Fuck me. How am I missing so many of these? My God. Oh my God. What's the Q that we need? QE. Where the fuck is Q? Oh, I see QE. Okay, so there's A's, Q's, I's, S's. I see. Okay, so I see. OC is up there, and QE is up there. That should be all the ones we're missing. There should be 3. They're all up in the snowy area. I feel like maybe part of the reason I'm missing so many here is, 1, I miss everything in all these games in terms of, like, again, I miss a lot of collectible keys. But I also feel like the fact that it's snow. I'm gonna use that as my copium of, like, why have I missed so many of these? Well, it's snowy, so the highlighting thing is very similar color. Though that being said, this is a save point here, which I don't think I've ever been to, and apparently there's one like around here. Oh, come on. Why can't I go on that street? It's over this side. It's in this corner over here. I want to see if I can save before I reach it. I just saw it pop up. Sup, Hannibal? How are there it is. So they also flash in and out. That's part of the reason. How are we going, Hannibal? Hey, eyes on the ground. I got 100 pieces of garbage, map scraps, drawing tickets, and locker keys. I haven't found any drawing tickets yet. I got this very early. I hope I can be some form of entertainment for you. Kiri got a lot of trash. I got a lot of trash. We maxed out Kiri's like trash level well and truly before we finished it. And I picked up a lot of trash. Finally off painkillers, so I'm okay. Okay, well, being okay off painkillers, do you still feel like you need the painkillers? And you're just like bearing it without them? Or is it a case of you're off painkillers and the pain is mostly okay, well that one's hiding behind a light. That one I can understand why I missed that. I sold them because I don't need them. Yay! That just says wanted. Get this man for completing the map. Alright. Riddle! Find this guy! Still have some of I need it. Awesome. Yeah, if you don't need the painkillers anymore, that is a big step. That is a Go away, guy who wants to fight me. Guy wants to fight me. Guy is unfortunately not aware that I have the ability to turn people into snowmen. So, Inaba here has made a big mistake. That mistake being, he is going to be a snowman. If I can grab him. I apparently can't turn him into a snowman. I have my wooden carvings. Why can't I turn him into a snowman? Why can't I snowman? Why am I not allowed to snowman? Okay, now I'm allowed to. Wait, no, that's not a snowman. That's throwing a gun. Now confused. Oh, around a snow pile. What counts as a snow pile? We're literally on a path of snow. The other ones I did on the pavement. It's the hey, give me money, please, guy. Well, unfortunately, I gave him a clobbering. Stop escaping. Get out of here. And my weapon skill improved. I am now better with the weapon known as motorbikes. Oh my god. 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 Get off me, Kondo. Lol. I have one question I should ask you off stream, but this is easier. Fair enough. I killed the prom queen, do a 25th anniversary tour and bring it to Vegas in October. You up for it? Absolutely. I don't know if I've ever listened to I Killed the Prom Queen, but sure. I've not seen I Killed the Prom Queen, have I? Wait a minute, wasn't I Killed the Prom Queen one of the bands that stopped being a thing? I thought I Killed the Prom Queen stopped. I thought they were one of the bands that like stopped like being a thing a while ago. I've seen Michael Crafter very briefly. I thought I killed the... They stopped like 10 years. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, yeah, the number that I'm thinking about, I'm just like, wait a minute. Wasn't I Killed the Prom Queen one of the bands that like stopped being a thing? Okay, so yeah, it's the... Okay, so like, reunion thing. Between the penguin and the octopus. Chat, is this loss? I think this is loss. There we go. We have all of the maps. It is now time to do riddles. Oh god, this is more scary. This is more scary than getting all the map pieces. But we have all of the maps at the very least. We also have our giant titty waifu card. And also snowball pouches. We also have that. That's very important. What is this? Oh, the casino costume. Bring Crafter, the original vocalist, and Jamie Hopel's last vocalist are both going to be on tour. That is, holy shit. Then absolutely 1000% up for that. I don't even know if I like know any Prom Queen music, but I should probably listen to some because we got until October. But yeah, like any band that's gonna not be around for 10 years and they're just like, you know what, both vocalists come back, let's fucking go. I'll fucking go. Between the penguin and the octopus. Okay. Was there any penguins or octopuses as part of these figures? Like these snows? Yeah, there's a penguin here. There's a penguin here, but octopus? I don't remember an octopus being one of these. You do a manga. What manga are you reading? The Penguin and the Octopus. Where's the axolotl? We don't have an axolotl. We've collected a bunch of map pieces around the city, and we've pieced them together, and now we have puzzles. Our first puzzle is a grid. One of the pieces of the grid has a penguin, the other one has an octopus, and there's an X somewhere in the middle of those lines. Another riddle is wanted! Man in a coat with glasses. Our next riddle. When I came to, I was in a town with falling snow. I stood there in the middle of an intersection for a moment before deciding to walk straight down the center of the road, as if it were being moved along by the blaring car horns. At the next intersection, I took a left. It brought me to a broad thoroughfare. I crossed it and continued along my way for a while. As luck would have it, I stumbled across a street that was sheltered from the elements. My frozen body made the decision for me, and I began heading in that direction. When my path ended, I began to walk with the traffic flowing to my left. When I'd gone as far as the street extended, I saw him. Congratulations, he said. I knew then that I had reached the end of my journey. There's also this, where, how many telephone booths are there in Tsukimino? Each booth counts, even though it may share a roof with another. State your answer here. This is Yakuza, not Silent Hill. I remember that town from my dreams. Tsukimino. And then we have Zarakapuka. Obviously. Oh, no, I know what this one... No, this is this one. That could be this one, actually. Bless you. That one is actually probably what I'm looking at here. Penguin, Kitsune, Kuma. Assuming the Japanese word for penguin begins with a P. But that would be, yeah, penguin. Yeah, that would be penguin, Kitsune, Kuma. The K, like, the K is whatever K is for whale. Or the crab. The A is for the seals, the here. Totally, right. Yeah. Yeah. And then Hatsune Miku is H. R is the dragon, which is Ryu. And then the X is the girl. Right. It's totally this. It's totally this. So it's this man here. Hello there. I'm so cold, but my little Polin-chan is too cute. How can my Polin-chan possibly be this cute? Penguin is penguin, whale is Kujira. See? I got Kitsune and Kuma in immediately. I was able to piece it out from a bare minimum of that. I like that penguin is just penguin. Ask about the treasure map. You got the treasure from the map? Northern Otaku. That's correct! You found me! Here's your prize. I got a skyrocket! Well, I'll be gone then. Polin-chan. That's this one's name. Polin-chan. So I got a skyrocket? Oh my fucking god. This firework includes a warning about not firing it at people. Once you take it out, you can't put it away again. We have a fireworks launcher. Polin-chan. My favorite character, Polin-chan. We got a fireworks fucking launcher. This is an impressive map. The one about counting all the phone booths scares me. I feel like I need to save that till last so I can focus only on that. So, guess what? Penguin and Octopus is not that. Penguin and the Octopus is not going to be this. Wanted is this man. Is that this man here? Hello, are you this man? Sheesh, my toes are numb. What's up? Is this the treasure map? Hi, you got the treasure. Heh, you'll have to give me the right code. What's the first number? It's totally 0. What's the second number? 0. Wrong. I think this is the guy for the phone booths. Yeah, this is the guy for the phone booths. That's where you have to give the answer. So this is phone booth, man. That's why I went with zeros, because I'm just like, I don't want to guess it. I want to actually try and work it out. So, okay, Penguin and Octopus. Penguins, I think, Don Quixote? Destroy all the phone booths. Now there are 0. Yeah, there's a penguin at the Don Quixote. I don't know what the octopus is. But like, if we look at this, if we look at the map, like, pretend I am facing the same orientation as the map, roughly, right? Like, the way that I'm facing right now is that. Like, that's the main street that runs horizontally there, and then you got the quicker ones there. Oh, I'm actually looking at backwards then. I'm actually the wrong way around. Because the Don Quixote should be behind me, actually. So let's go over here. Because this is a penguin. See? Penguin. I guess that means that the octopus is somewhere down that way. Which there's possibly a shop somewhere past the Nika Whiskey sign that has a penguin. But okay, so if I'm standing here, directly behind me should be a penguin, right? Yes. Yes. So, yeah. So, we're on the intersection of the Penguin. So, across the road, I'd presume. In that section there. Right there, near that alleyway. There should be a thing. Is it this lady? Treasure map! No, it's not. There's a man here. So there's also this alley, but I don't think it counts because it's roads. Hello there! They're talking about, never mind. They're just talking about curry. Spices of curry warm your body and promote better metabolism, and then it's better for dieting. You can go on a diet with curry. They have certain anti-aging properties. They're filled with collagen. Go talk about that at the Cabaret Club. Hello there. It's cold. How can I help you? Treasure map. You got the treasure from the map? Yay! That's right. You did a great job finding me. Here's your prize. I got a spicy knife! I can go somewhere warm. I was this close to freezing to death. Okay, why are all the treasure maps weapons? I mean, a spicy knife is good. This has been a classic weapon since Zero. Love this weapon since Zero. Octopus is Gandaka Highball because it's Takoyaki stand. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The blade of this knife is contains bits of chili pepper that deliver a burning sensation to those it stabs. Again, that, like, since Zero we've been using the spicy knife. It's been pretty poggers. Also, we're almost out of our our second health bar. So I'm gonna eat so I don't have to worry about topping up my different spirits again. Because that shit is really annoying. We're having the plain lassie, we're having the honey beer lassie. We're getting our lassies on. We have actually not had the lassies. Each time we come here, we keep talking about the lassies. We've not actually had it. But we're getting that, now chicken and veggie soup. And Taste of the North Star curry. Again, if we let that bar run out, then we have to fill up all of the double bars again. So if we just max out our health now, then it's fine. Also, just having 2 entire health bars and that you get special buffs from it makes combat so much easier in this game. There's so much combat in this game, but definitely makes it easier. Alright, so we've found we've done 2 of the maps. We know where the 3rd one is. We just have to do a puzzle for it. Okay. Wanted is... I still want Lassie. I want Lassie! But unfortunately, she's getting the kids out of the well currently. Okay. When I came to, I was in a town with falling snow. Okay, so we have to get to a town with falling snow first. Awesome, we've made it to a town with falling snow. I stood there in the middle of an intersection for a moment before deciding to walk straight down the center of the road. The only one that I have ever known. I'll be honest, this just says the middle of an intersection. It doesn't really... That doesn't help me at all, I'll be honest. Where it just says, I was in an intersection. But that being said, I think there's actually only one intersection you can stand in the middle of. Where you can walk down the center of the road. I think there's only one road you can actually do that on. That might be the hint. Because these ones we can't stand in the middle of, but this intersection down here we can. So that's possibly the hint. Because, like, stand in the middle of the road and walk down the middle of the road as if being guided by the blaring lights, like, things. It could be just literally this, because you are in the middle of an intersection that you can walk along. Because these roads are so frosted over that they've been closed off or something. Is my assumption. So I walked down, intersection, I took a left, it brought me to a broad thoroughfare. I crossed it and continued along my way for a while. I stumbled across a street that was sheltered from the elements. I'll be honest, all of the parts of this are so vague that it's actually hard for me to work out. But if we're starting here, we walk along. There's this intersection. See, this is a thoroughfare sheltered. Like, the entirety of North Lane is sheltered. By the way, shout out to North Lane. Hannibal, if you're still here, have North Lane still decided to start making good music again, or are they still making shit music? I said, there was like 1 or 2 songs that came out that were bad, and I've just stopped paying attention to them since. I'm a piece of shit. But that being said, I've not heard anything about them from anyone since those 2 bad songs came out, so, you know. Okay, in section I took a left, brought me to a broad thoroughfare, crossed to continue along my way for a while. This one is, okay, I'll be honest, I'm struggling with this one because I feel like it's so vague. That, like, I can't work out where the start point is. That's the issue that I'm having here. Like, it makes sense, like, standing in the middle of an intersection is the only intersection you can stand in the middle of. Where we are. But walk straight down the center of the road. That's 4 directions. But then we take an intersection, we take a left, it takes us to a broad thoroughfare. And then we get a street that is sheltered from the elements. Like, do I just skip any of this bullshit and just be like, North Lane is covered by the elements, so I just go down there until I find someone? Because that would, like, it would imply, like, you go down here, you find the street flowing, and then you go as far as it can, which is either this way or that way. And then a dude says, "Sup, can't," and then he just gives you some shit. The traffic flowing to my left. I'll be honest, I'm just gonna assume you, like, I'm just gonna assume this. Go through a covered thing, you go there, and the traffic flows to your left. If you're walking down this road here, like that way, the traffic's on your left. And I'm just gonna go down to the bottom corner of the map. I'm just gonna go there and see if that works. I'm just gonna go there and see if that works. While I beat up this man. BAM! I still need to get my climax heat back. I still want max climax heat for when we do more story. But I had to burn it because I needed, because I can't turn people into a snowman if I have full climax. Sentences that are normal. I can't turn someone into a snowman if I'm about to climax. Normal sentences by normal people. I'm just gonna go down here and hope for the best. And if not, then I'm gonna cry. There are no NPCs standing here. Fuck. Fuck, there are no people standing here. I love discovering things nobody's said before. So, like, it's very easy to come up with sentences that likely no one has said before. It's very easy to do that. If you just say random bullshit. It's so much better to say that random bullshit in a context where, in the context, it does make sense. It's hard to find interesting ones. Yeah, finding a sentence no one has said works at its best when you say it, there's a reason that you said it, and why you said it makes sense in context. Because if you just say random words, yeah, you can come up with that, but it's just like, it's just random words. You know what I'm realizing is the worrying concern? There's a possibility that, like, I'm correct in where I'm meant to go for the guy, but the person may only spawn if you actually follow the directions. For kind of YouTube videos of those taking 1 hour to answer a question nobody's ever asked before, you can just say Vinesource. You're allowed to say that you like watching Vinesource. Or Vsauce or whatever it's called. I don't know. Are they 2 different things? I don't know. Vinesource, Vsauce, whatever it is. I don't know if they're different things. I'm not certain. Get out of my way! Oh. Bam, 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 bam. Just smacking into everyone. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so let's assume that I have to actually follow this. Let's assume I have to actually follow this path for the guy to spawn. That's gonna be my assumption. If the guy has to spawn, and I'm correct where the guy has to spawn, how do I reverse do that? I don't think the V and V source means anything. No, because I think there's this. It's either there's a separate V2, like, I don't know. I swear there's like a Let's Player that's called Vine Source, and then there's the science guy who's called V Source. Or I'm just getting them confused because I'm an idiot. I think it might be that. People are running away from me a lot more. But it's also V Source are not related except for having similar names. Yeah, I just get that. Yeah, I get them confused because similar names. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm thinking of V Source. V Source is the one I'm thinking of in terms of responding to what Domino said. My brain just keeps saying Vine Source because I'm also aware of someone called Vine Source. Vine Source is a Let's Player. And that's what confuses me. Have I mentioned I'm a fuckwit? Has this come up? Because guess what? I'm a fuckwit. Okay, this, like, surely the street that protects you from the shelter is this, right? Surely. Oh my god, I actually kept the gold plate. No, never mind. I picked that up from someone recently. Okay. I stumbled across a street that was sheltered from the elements. I began heading in that direction. Path ended. I began walking the flow traffic to my left. I got as far as straight extended. I saw him. Yeah, that would make sense for like where we just were. I mean, the street technically goes on for longer. But like, you walk there, you walk that way. The traffic's flowing to your left, and this is a street that was sheltered from the elements. But at an intersection, I take a left. And it takes you to the broad thoroughfare. Which, to go left from here, you'd have to come from north. I don't like this one. As is it, like, there's such specific, like, things on every single step except the first one. The first one just says, I was somewhere and I walked in a direction. Oh, actually, no, sorry. At the next intersection, I took a left. It brought me to a broad thoroughfare. I crossed the thoroughfare and continued along my way for a while. I was looking over, I stumbled across the street that was sheltered from the elements and went in that direction. Sorry, yeah, so you get to the thoroughfare and then cross it. Which, that would make sense if that big thoroughfare is... Does it count as a thoroughfare if it's for cars? Like, if you go along here, like, if you go here and then turn left, and then you come across to this, and then it's there, and then you go in here. Perhaps these schools remind me of the treasure maps in Sly 3. I never played Sly 1. I played it a lot at, like, one of my uncle's houses, I think. One of my uncles. I think it was uncle. Family, friends, I don't know. So long ago that it, like... I went to a lot of places, people's houses and played a lot of video games when I was a kid. When you're a kid, you don't own a lot of games, so a lot of games you end up playing, at least for me, were, like, games that I played at other people's houses. Sly 1 was very much that. And then I never played the other two Sly games. I remember having a lot of fun in the first one. So, like, if I start here, you go up here, you turn left, you go here, you find the thoroughfare, assuming this thoroughfare counts as the thoroughfare for cars. You cross it, you go along here, you stumble across this, you go down here, and then you walk down here. I'm gonna start from here and just see what happens. And see what happens. And if that doesn't work, then I ask Decker. Decker, if you're able to, be roughly in the vicinity of an answer, I'd appreciate it. But, only if this fails. I might be onto something. But if I'm not, then I have absolutely no idea. If what I'm about to do doesn't work, then I'm completely out of ideas. Again, it's kind of just vague enough that I don't really understand it. like the only thing that really gives me any kind of clue is this. There was a pirate level, we had vague instructions, that means secondary instructions for digging for treasure. That I can understand a bit more. And at least it says, like, take this many steps. Like, this one just says, I walked in a direction. And then I found somewhere, and then I walked in a direction. I feel like this, like, it does feel like this is possibly one of those things where maybe, perhaps, the original Japanese was a little more clear about what to do, and this version is not. Sometimes this happens. Jesus Christ. Oh, I dropped an item, I can't even pick it up. It feels like it is slightly possible that this had more context or better clues in the Japanese version, because there are times where that happens. He fell on his energy drink. I made the guy put down his can of Red Bull, and then I picked him up and I slammed his ass into the can of Red Bull. I'm realizing there's an issue with my plan though. Does it reset if I have to follow the path, which might be what I need to do to make the person appear. If I get into a fight, will that like undo it? The main issue that I have, like, with, like, what I'm about to try is just the fact that I don't think the thoroughfare is the main street. Thoroughfare usually means where people walk, but also the only really big thoroughfare that I can think of in this area is, the fucking street that is sheltered from the elements. They're the same thing. And waking up in an intersection and then walking is like, this is the only intersection I can think of where you can stand somewhere. Again, unless somehow by thoroughfare it means this giant street of cars. Get away from me. But I don't think that makes sense either. I don't get this hint. Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, like, either I'm an idiot and I can't work this out, or this clue, or this, like, series of clues is, like, not worded very well, and it's confusing. Or I'm about to do it and I'm about to be correct. But I have a funny feeling I won't be correct. I have a funny feeling that I'm not gonna be correct. I have a vague feeling that I'm about to not be correct on what I'm doing. And then Deku's gonna have to tell me where I have to go, and I'm going to feel like an idiot. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. So the thing is, it's like, if you have to follow the path, then that's gonna make it more annoying. If you don't have to follow the path, then it just says as far as the street extends, and then you just try every corner of the map. No one's spawning. Deku! Help! I'm dumb! And I don't get it. Deku, help me. What do I do? I give up on this one. I give up on this one because I've got no other ideas. There's the thing of just like, by thoroughfare doesn't mean that street that is covered. It brought me to a broad thoroughfare. I crossed it and continued along my way for a while. But the thing is, like, if the thoroughfare is that big street that you're walking through, I don't know when you come across the street that is sheltered from the elements. The only thing I can think of that's a street sheltered from the elements is where I just walked. I don't know of any other streets that are like that. There's like a couple other sections in the town that are like that, but there's no other streets. Deku, we told you how good your username looks today. You've got that hype train symbol on there. Oh man, you got the hype train conductor symbol on there. It's so good. That was from when we did 5.3 in 14. It was a very big, very important stream. And we got a golden hype train, and Deku was like the conductor of it. Deku gave me the most money for it, so you know, Deku's pretty cool. Again, what I'm worried about is that, okay, Sorry says instructions are confusing and hard to understand, so it's not just you. The endpoint is at north end of Central Station Boulevard. So you go through the thoroughfare from here. Okay, so I'm going backwards. So you end up going through the thoroughfare here. Okay. Well, you go through the covered street from there. That's what I'm assuming, is that it's not like... Because there are just some parts of this that just don't have enough detail. Like, the beginning just says I was in an intersection and I walked down the road. Which is, I guess... Okay, so you stand in the middle section, you walk down a road. No description on the intersection, no description on which direction you walk. But you turn left, you find the thoroughfare, you find the straight... I guess that does make sense if you start from where I thought, which is here. This is the only intersection you can stand in the middle of. If you walk this direction, you go here at the next intersection, which this is an intersection, kinda, because it intersects with, like, the main street. Like, that's on the side there. You turn left, you go this way. This here is the thoroughfare, I guess, these two big pathways. You go here, you find the path that shelters you, which is this. You walk with the traffic flowing to the left of you, which means you go up this way. That does make sense. That does make sense. I feel like the biggest issue here is just the start. The start just says I was standing in a spot and I walked in a direction. Which is really unclear. Like, that is not very descriptive at all. Like the biggest hint about where you start is the fact that you say that it says I was standing in the middle of an intersection. Which there's only one spot in town where you can stand in the middle of an intersection. Like, all the other intersections are locked off, you can only cross them. There is no, like, the middle of the road you can stand in. And it says you were walking along the middle of the road with the horns blaring at you. So you're walking in the middle of the road. That does make sense, but again, from that intersection, you have 4 directions you can walk in. So it's, yeah. It's not very cluey. And at that point, when it's just like... covered straight, I walked with traffic to my left. Then all the instructions before that don't even matter, do they? Yeah, one of those things where, like, the final step is, like, the final, like, 2 steps are the most obvious in terms of what to do. So what's the point of the earlier ones, which are also the vaguest ones? It's a little backwards and out. Like, the steps getting a little more vague as you continue would make more sense, and then the first one being very obvious. So it's like, okay, you know where to start, you do a direction, and then when you get to an intersection or you get to something, then it gets a little more confusing where you have to branch from there would make a bit more sense. It's like getting a fucking map. Or not like a maze. It's like getting a 2D maze map. And the maze says, work out how to get to the exit. And it has like a start and a finish here. But it also says, no, you don't have to find the exit from the start of the map. And you're like, what? And it's just like, yeah, there's like, here's the start of the maze, here's the end of the maze, and here's all of that. But there's also like multiple checkpoints in the middle of the maze. You can also start at any of those checkpoints if you want to. And then you just find the, like, checkpoint that's, like, 2 turns away from the end of the maze, and you're just like, Hey, I solved the maze! It doesn't quite make sense. I mean, to be fair, that is how you solve mazes. You work backwards. Or you just go in and then stick to, like, one side wall and you never leave it. And then it takes forever. But, you know. Either way. Sheesh, my toes are numb. What's up? Treasure map. Yeah, the treasure from the treasure map. Congratulations! That's right. You did a great job finding me. Here's your prize. Purgatory Rod. God, that's over with. I'm so freaking cold. Why are you just making people stand in the middle of the road for all of this? Also, why is every single thing I'm getting from the treasure map fucking weaponry? Why are all of them weapons? What the hell? Purgatory Rod. This is basically an extendable staff that can unleash a flaming attack. That is new. What the fuck? Excuse me. I don't even have enough weapon skill for it. Fucking awesome! I don't even have enough weapons. How do I know how? Oh, because it requires knife. Oh, I can't even use the spicy knife. Oh, that's what the stars are. That's what the stars are. The stars are how much. I can't even equip the spicy knife because I don't have enough weapon skill. And this requires 9. We put a flamethrower on a staff. Why? I didn't really think about that. Do I need to grind weapon skill off stream at some point to use some of these weapons? I can't even use the spicy knife. I'll be honest, I don't know if there's a single Yakuza game that has a good weapon system. It feels like Yakuza games really want to incentivize you to use weapons by having a shitload of options and having crafting systems that are in-depth to unlock a lot of, like, new, different things. And I'll be honest, outside of Dead Souls, which would better fucking work in Dead Souls, because weapon crafting is your only thing you have in that game, because you don't have, like, normal punches. I feel like the weapon system in almost every Yakuza game is overly complicated to the point where the amount of time investment it takes to get the weapons, which usually break at a very small number of attacks anyways, never feels worth it to actually do. But I think this game may have the worst one yet, just because of how much I'd have to stab people with knives so I can use the better knife. Like, I can attack people with this short sword a lot to try and improve my weapon skill so I can use the spicy knife. But it just doesn't feel worth it. Also, okay, let's look for a man. I'd say as a whole, Yakuza has a nice weapon system, but it's just that they overcomplicate with all the modding, leveling up, and all for basically no benefit. Yeah. 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 Like, I like how the different weapons work. I like their different movesets. I like how you can store them and, like, use them as part of your inventory and get them out. I like all of that. It's just, I'm never incentivized to use it because it's so time-consuming and tedious and annoying to, like, get anything out of it. Okay, we're looking for a man. He has a newsboy cap. He has a long, double-breasted coat. He has glasses. We are going to keep our eyes peeled for this man while we count telephone booths. It was just like, you have a pair of nunchucks, they do some extra damage, we have to pay to repair them, and then they have special moves, and that was it. It'd be neat. Yeah. Yeah, but instead it's just like, use nunchucks several times over so you can unlock a move for them, and also use them even more so you can use slightly better ones, and use them even more so you can get the ones that have the unique effects. There's also just the fact that most weapons, like, don't have as interesting movesets as, your punches. Because, like, very few weapons have anything interesting combos. They have, like, a mash combo with square. Or sometimes they just have the same, like, quick attack that's repeatable with square. And then you have, like, one big strong attack with triangle. A lot of the weapons also don't have, like, the unique movesets that you can just do with your fists, which has, like, multiple combo strings, multiple, like, unique situations to use it, like charge attacks, grabs. Yeah. Like, give me a small selection of weapons in a Yakuza game. Give me, like, here is a nunchuck. Here is a tonfa. Here is, like, knuckles. Here, like, brass knuckles. Here is sword. Here is spear / like pole arm. It has its own unique moveset of like, do your light attacks. Press triangle at different points in the light attacks to do different things. Here's a unique charge attack. Here's some like unique properties of different ones. It is like not as in-depth as a normal moveset because of like, it can't have that many heat moves, but like at least give like give a weapon type like press square and triangle is a different strong attack compared to square triangle. You know, like your normal combos. At least that. Anyways, so we're gonna those have been nice in 4 and 5 where you have different characters they specialize in. Yeah. Yeah, like give different, like give like fucking Tanimura. Tanimura has like extra, like for any of the more technical, like the ones that are based on cop stuff. Like the fucking batons. Like he has like special combos because he has a baton because he's a fucking cop or anything like that. Maybe give Akiyama some like, because of like his dealings with loan shark stuff. He probably has dealt with some like shady Yakuza people and stuff like that. So maybe he's like learned some knife skills from any of that and stuff like that. You know, things like that. So yeah, we're gonna count telephone booths. We're gonna be wrong, but we're gonna count telephone booths. And while we do that, we are looking for this man! Chat! Suspicious fucking guy! Keep an eye out for the suspicious fucking man. Double-breasted jacket and a newsboy cap and glasses. He looks like Ivamon was not a douche. One! We have one. Okay. So the problem is that just like how much of the city do we have to walk around to find all the telephone booths? But one! We can't even save at all the different ones. It's part of the issue. I can see one over there, but I'm counting when I walk past it, not when I see it. Otherwise, I will get confused. So there are... Okay, well, I was about to say, there's no further ones up here, but there could be some up here. Like, up this way. When we walk past it, I will count it. Otherwise, I'll get confused. There are none there. There are none there. We are going street by street. So we walk past that section, we go up this street, we go down there, we go down there, we go blah, 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 blah. Our count is currently at 1. Saejima, it's more suspicious to see a cop and then do that rather than just walk beside them. It's more suspicious what you just did. See? That looks normal. But seeing a cop and full-on 180ing is... I mean, like, it's understandable to want to do that because, you know... When I see psychopathic murderers in the middle of the street, I also, too, don't want to walk next to them. But if I'm specifically being targeted by those psychopathic murderers, then, you know, I don't want to draw attention to myself. That being said, they are Japanese cops. They're probably less murdery. They're not murdery, but because, you know, they're still cops. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that there is not a country in the world where that is not the case in some capacity. I mean, how many times in these games have they been showing off cops to be like the psychopathic murderers? Hell, it was literally the final boss of Yakuza 4. And obviously, if this game shows it, then it's obviously accurate to real life. Yakuza would never lie to me about Japan. So it's obviously, like... I'm going to assume the actual deputy commissioner of Japan, of Tokyo is like that. I am being told to kick dinner goals with a free delivery on a burger feast from KFC. Giving me a push notification for that on the day that I receive, like, my home delivery meals of, like, trying to eat better by ordering, like, health food to be delivered to my house that I can microwave because I don't have energy to make my own food anymore. How dare you, KFC? How dare you? Oh, KFC has always been one of the more expensive ones for KFC, but I love KFC. I do love KFC. I cannot deny this. I do love KFC. I do love KFC. What emote is that? Question mark. Oh, right. This is a cultural difference. In Australia, chicken sandwich is not a term. We call them chicken burgers. I'll be honest, Toe! As our second phone booth. I am understanding the American idea more, but the Australian way is very funny, and it's how I've lived my entire life. Australia does not define the difference between a burger and a sandwich by the filling. Like in America, possibly other countries, possibly Australia is the only fucking weird one. The difference between a burger and a sandwich is the way that the filling is. Is it made out of like a ground patty thing put into a thing? If so, then it is indeed. I'm gonna start from this side so then I can go properly. So, yeah. If you're wondering why I didn't come up. Whereas if it's a sandwich, it is whole pieces that are inside the middle of it. That is how most of the world, I'm going to assume. Because I've heard it from America, but I've also heard it in other places that chicken sandwich is the term. Usually, because it's like a whole piece of a chicken or something like that. Australia does not define the differences between... Oh, fucking whoops. There's no one. I forgot I was on full climax. I do say chicken burger in French. Okay, there we go. Because in Australia, the difference between a sandwich and a burger is the type of bread. If it is, like, sliced sandwich loaf pieces, like, bread loaf pieces, then it's a sandwich, regardless of what's inside of it. If it is on a bun, it is a burger. In Australia, that is the difference. If it's on sliced bread, it's a sandwich. If it's on a bun, it's a burger. So KFC in Australia, we call them burgers. Because even though it's whole pieces of chicken on the inside, it's on a bun, so therefore it's a burger. As the Australian difference. I will be honest. I do think the idea of calling it a sandwich or a burger, depending on what type of filling it is, does probably make a bit more sense, because it's a bit more descriptive about what you're getting into it. But also the definition of it here does also make sense considering the types of things that you would have here. Like, because we have steak sandwiches, which is a piece of steak on a bit like between two slices of bread. So even though it's a whole piece of steak, which I believe would call... Actually, no, that would be a sandwich. That would be a sandwich. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, we'd have a steak sandwich, which is a whole bit of steak between two slices of bread. But we'd still have it between two slices of bread, and that would be our steak sandwich. But I would say, like, the main thing, like, why it doesn't end up confusing or, like, disorientating to call it here is primarily just because the types of things that you'd have on a sandwich that still has meat on it are very similar across the board, regardless of, like, what the meat is doing on the inside, whereas the type of stuff that you have on a burger would be very similar. Like, the types of sauces, the types of salads, and anything like that would be very similar. Will they have phone booths in these things? God, I hope not. God, I hope not. But, yeah. Anyway, KFC. KFC, I do really like KFC. I honestly love their chips. KFC chips. 3! KFC chips are goated. I fucking love KFC chips, and I fucking love KFC potato and gravy. I don't care that it's not, like, real potato. It's whatever fake, like, white, like, mashed depth potato that they use. 4! I also don't know if that's a term anywhere else. Fake, like, reconstituted, like, potato mash in Australia is called depth potato. I don't know where that term comes from. I don't know if anyone else calls it that. But the type of potato you get in a potato and gravy here is called depth potato. Again, don't know if that means anything to anyone else, but that's what it's called here. But I also love that type of potato, and I also love the gravy, And you get like when you get KFC chips and you dip in their potato and gravy. Oh my god, it makes me realize that I never need to come again in my life because this is better. But like I like KFC chicken. I like it quite a lot. But the main thing for me when I go to KFC is always the potato and gravy. I have gone to KFC a number of times and only ordered potato and gravy. That is the type of person I am. But it's so expensive now. Oh my god. This kind of bread in the shape of the meat is what makes something a burger. Like, I don't think it's like a hard classification of, oh, the type of bread that you use is what calls it a burger or a sandwich here. It just happens to very much fall into that delineation regardless. If it's on bread, it's always, if it's on slices of bread, it's always called a sandwich. If it's on burgers, it's always called, if it's on buns, it's always called a burger. Potato and gravy isn't a thing to begin with here. You don't have potato and gravy at your KFC? Deku, American! We need your voice as well. Does American KFC have potato and gravy? If y'all don't have potato and gravy at your KFC, then like, oh, I'm sorry for you. But it's like, but the main thing is like, because the big thing is reminding me, there's a lot of ads at work right now. It's Deb seems like a brand name from mashed potato from the 60s. Oh, okay, so it's, okay, it's just like, it's Band-Aid, it's Band-Aids. It's Band-Aids and Kleenex. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Because it's just like, it's pretty universal that everyone like most people I know in Australia who talk about like that fake shitty instant mashed potato always call it Deb potato. It's just, okay. Yeah, it's just a brand name. It's got in common. Mashed potatoes and gravy, that's tradition. Okay, so it's just Canada. So it's just Canada that doesn't know, like, joy and happiness. Mashed potatoes aren't... I actually... You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it, yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, why would you have potato and gravy as a thing? You literally have poutine. You literally have fried potato and gravy. But you said dead potatoes, I got confused until I checked. Yeah, Deb. Yeah, sorry. Deb potatoes. So there seem to be none inside the covered streets, which is nice. Is there any on that side of the street? I don't think so. We're at 4, I hope. We're at 4, I hope. I'll be honest, I thought there was a lot more. I thought there was a... Because there are some that you can't save at, so we have to go around everything. Because it says so, even if they share the same roof, even if they have to get to the same roof, then we have to check them all. But yeah, thinking about KFC, there's been a lot of ads for it. It's like this dipping sauce fest or something. But it's like it's just a bunch of like tenders, which KFC tenders are quite good. So you know, there's that. It's a bunch of KFC tenders. I think it's like 12 of them. I think it's a dozen. It's fucking everything here until I find this corner. And it's like a dozen tenders. Oh my god! Yakuza 5 Combat! You know, I thought today's stream would be shorter. Because I didn't think we'd have much to do. And then I'm just like, oh right, Yakuza 5 Combat. Yakuza 5 and the amount of people you fight in combat. Right, yeah, that does exist. Right, yeah. But yeah, it's like, it's a dozen tenders or so. It's a bunch of chips. It doesn't come, it's one of those things where it doesn't come with like it comes with a large chips or it comes with a medium chips. It comes with a bunch of chips in a tray, which I'm going to assume might be less than a large chips, honestly, looking at it. And it comes with like 5 sauces. And it shouldn't be that expensive, but it's really expensive. And I'm just like, it'd be very delicious. A lot of different sauces, a lot of chips to dip in those sauces, a lot of tenders to dip in those sauces. But it's so expensive. I'm just like, I'm gonna look at it. I want to get the picture to get the idea across. A KFC sauce dip. There's like not even like full on, it's like, this isn't me ranting about like food or taste. It's just literally about just like how fucking expensive this thing is. KFC dip, dippers, that's the one. That's the one. I'm gonna bring up this picture. This is ranting about food in terms of cost. But look at this bonus thing there. I can actually fix that, like, literally right now. Guess what? There he is. But, okay, so look at this. That's the potato. Well, I don't know if it's potato gravy, but it's at least gravy. But, like, look at that, right? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. But, like, have a look at this. How much would you say this would cost? Obviously, we're from several different countries, so prices of things are going to be different with inflation, like, different inflation rates, which is just fucked in the world right now entirely. Different, like, normal baseline costs of food and everything. So obviously it's hard to compare. But how much do you think this would cost? And again, this is what I mean about the chips. It doesn't, like, that looks like less chips than a large chips, I'm gonna be honest. Like, if I got a large chips from KFC and tipped them into that box, I think it would fill it more than what this fills it. Though that being said, this sauce is supercharged sauce, and supercharged sauce is, God's gift to humanity, so there is that. But yeah. Someone can guess how much that will cost, and then I will tell you how much it actually costs. 5, 6. 5 and 6. See, I can't even save it this one, so I can't just rely on the save point and go for those. But here's number 5, here's number 6. We found 5 and 6. Fast food is so expensive. Big part of the reason I'm getting it like that. I have no idea how Australian money works at 35. You're actually not far off, it's 30. You're not far off, it's $30. It's fucked. It's so well and truly way too expensive. 7. I hope I'm at 7. I'm talking about so many things, I'm getting confused. But 7, I'm pretty sure 7. It's like... even if you split it between 2 people, I don't think it would be enough to be, like, super filling food for 2 people. That's like 7 tenders each. Tenders are tasty, but, like, tenders aren't, like, that filling. And again, the chips seem like they're smaller than a large chip, so it's like, 30 fucking... so much. Though that being said, the slab was like $15, and that was the biggest fucking rot KFC's ever done in their entire goddamn history. So. There is that. My best friend was 20, I was like, no, it's probably more than that. For some reason, I kept going like 15. I had to tell myself that 15 is smaller than 20. So that thing is like a standard like combo of just like 10 tenders with fries on a side is 43 Canadian. Why okay, so is it just tenders then? Because like a normal combo in KFC for Australia here, like burger, chips, drink, is around like the 13, 14 range or so. Whereas if you get like a box, I assume that's a thing in other countries for KFC, where it's the like chips, gravy, drink, and then something else. The main one that I would normally get is the Zinger box, so it's like a burger and like a couple of the wings, like the spicy wings. But, like, that's, like, burger, couple of wings, chips, gravy, drink. Even that's only, like, 14, 15. Like, 16 if you get a large. So I don't know why that thing there is 30. I think it's just tenders. 18.30 Canadian. Canadian price is actually more expensive than Australian prices. There is that. But, like, so I guess it's just tenders. Why are KFC tenders in particular so fucking expensive then? Because they're not that big. They're tiny. They're very tasty, but they're tiny. Why are KFC tenders so expensive? $1 hasn't been doing great. I think it's like Australia isn't experiencing a particular slump in our dollar. It's just ours has been going down steadily for quite a while. Anyway, 8, 9, 10. I hope I'm right. 10. So much easier with combat. 11. Fortunately, we can just guess it. If I'm off, then we can just guess like 1 higher, and until we get it. But I want to give it an honest attempt until we get it. I have not been keeping an eye out for suspicious fucking gentlemen. I am so sorry. If we have passed suspicious fucking gentlemen, and we missed it, then I do apologize. Fucking guy. Caution. Fucking guy. Get away from me, get away from me, get away. Get away, get away, get away, get away now. Get away, get away, get away, get away now. Suck a dick, fuck off. Give a dick now. What band is that? What band am I parodying there? With the absolute loosest stretching of the word parody there. Oh, is that Chili? I think it's Chili Willy. I think it's Chili Willy. I think that's Chili Willy. So I gotta check up here because there might be something. What number was I up to? 11, right? Was I at 11? Was I at 11? Fuck, I hope I was at 11. I hope I was at 11. I'm pretty sure, because there was the 3 in a row that was like 8, 9, 10, and then we saw one more as well. Starbucks is like twice the price of Tim Hortons, so your mileage may vary. That's coffee, I would have no idea. Well, I was counting because I was thinking about food. Yeah, I mentioned it before the stream. I went into a really long talk about it before stream because I didn't want to do it in the middle of the stream, so I won't talk about it as long. But I've had a big problem with food for a long time, obviously. But biggest thing for me right now is I don't have the energy to make my own food. So I ordered one of the home delivery things. It's not like a HelloFresh thing where you gotta make your own food. I just bought one where it's just like, here's a bunch of like frozen meals. You can put them in the fridge. You don't have to keep them in the freezer. Microwave them and eat them. And I've got like 2 meals a day for that. And then I've got like different oat things in various ways. 12 for like all my breakfasts. So I'm gonna stick with that for at least for the 6 weeks while it's very cheap because I get a discount. And see how it goes. I had one for lunch today. I got it delivered today. And got delivered a lot earlier than I thought it would be. So I had a lunch one for today. It was like a braised ragu beef with mashed potato. It was quite tasty. Not the best food in the world that I've ever had, but for a microwave meal, definitely up there. 8-piece tender meal, 8 tenders too large, size 4 biscuits, 4 sauces, 34 USD, 55 AUD. So it's just tenders then. So it's just for some reason tenders are really fucking expensive from KFC. Why are tenders so expensive? What the hell? What is it about the tender that justifies the prices? What the fuck? Why are tenders processed food? The tenders aren't that processed. The tenders very much do, like, when you bite into it, seem like whole bits of chicken. They don't seem reconstituted, like the way like a nugget would or anything like that. Also, if it's processed, it should be cheaper. That's why like the nuggets are cheap. And it's like, cause there's like, they've also got a thing. It's like a burger feast, cause I bought that with someone we had when we had lunch. And that was like late last year. But it was like a double burger feast. You got like 2 large chips, 2 burgers, and like 2 sliders and 2 drinks. And that was like $25. Okay, I think we counted 14. We talked about tenders a lot, so I don't know. No, I just wanted to bitch about that because it just seems so fucking expensive. But again, I guess, but just asking around the world, it seems to be tenders at KFC in particular are just much more expensive than most other things at KFC. For whatever reason. But also, your KFC has biscuits. Your KFC does also have biscuits. Do you have dinner rolls? Do you have dinner rolls? Because you can get, like, some of the boxes have, like, dinner rolls. They're just rolls. Like bread rolls. But there's, like, they're particularly... Despite not having butter in them, it feels like they've got butter in them. Because they're particularly buttery here. 2 for 1 deal from a burger place on Uber Eats, so I did have too much food tonight. And this is why I'm having food delivery stuff, where it's just like, it's 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, I get it delivered, and it's being delivered like once a week. It's all microwave meals, but there's a lot of variety in that. Like there's pastas, there's the things that I had today, like for lunchtime, which is like mashed potato shit. There's fucking rice ones, there's curries. There's a lot of variety in it, and it's all protein, but it's like heavy on protein because it's like a muscle thing. I should go to bed, but I'm feeling those 2 drinks. Sheesh, my toes are numb. Ask about the treasure map if I'm wrong on the 14. Please tell me it's 14. Well, considering we can go up to 15. Yeah! I didn't fuck up! Chat! 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 How fucking turned on are you right now? How much do you want to do things to me? Because I got that right, despite how much I was talking about Kentucky fucking chicken. I got Hungry Wolf gloves. Don't give me Hungry Wolf gloves after I've been talking about KFC all day. Gloves that are capable of draining health from opponents as if the wearer were a Hungry Wolf. Okay, well, I feel like I do need that. We didn't get a weapon from it, but I got that. Glad that's over. It's so freaking cold. 5-piece, say, Domino wants to do stuff because look at the open mouth. What? Do I have an unhealthy connection with my stream audience? With how I've been treating people in chat today? Maybe. Don't have dinner rolls anymore. Oh, but you are aware of them at least. Okay. 5-piece big box meal. 5 tenders, 2 regular sides, 1 biscuit, 1 drink, 2 sauces, 16 USD, 26 AUD. Just so I can figure out the tender math or something. I mean, like, 16 Australian would make sense for a box here. Like, because a box, like, if you replace those tenders with a burger, that would be the equivalent here. You'd get a burger instead of 5 tenders. 2 regular sides would be, like, the wings and the gravy. Or I guess the biscuit instead of the gravy. Like, I'd get potato and gravy instead of a biscuit. And the regular sides would be the chips and the, like, the spicy wings. And then 2, well, I don't get 2 sauces. But that would be equivalent, like, you'd pay 16 American and I'd pay, like, 16 Australian. That would be equivalent. Make a proper jokes with chat. Chat pays you to do it. Cheeware 100 oops. Oh, I always wanted to be a whore. It's nice to know that I am now. So we have 1 treasure map left to do. Wanted. Suspicious fucking man. Can I assume this is somewhere in the south part of the city because most of the other treasure map shit has been in the north? Like, literally 3 of them were right here. Dude, like, in the middle of the street. Dude, I had to hand in the person to there. Person who was, like, in front of Poland Chan. And the other one was also, like, right down there. Most of them were right here. Oh, my... Oh! I thought because they were gloves, they were gonna be, like, an equipment I could wear. It's a fucking weapon again. I'd need to, like, get to level 9, or level 8, sorry, and, like, brass knucks. Never mind. All of this is all useless. Does weapon skill carry over between characters at the very least in this game? If we're gonna have 5 characters, I still don't know if anyone confirms that. And at this point, no one needs to. I still don't know if anyone confirms if this game had 5 characters, because it's Yakuza 4, which had 4, so Yakuza 5 has 5. I don't know if anyone actually confirms that or not. Originally, they're called the Wolves. Some more fun fact from Xerxes list. Thank you, Xerxes. No, they don't carry over between characters, because I'm pretty sure we were using Tonfas for Kiryu, because that was the ruler. So, not only in this game do you have, like, oh, you need to level up your skills with different weapons to use different weapons, but it's also, they've got 10 levels each, and they don't even carry over between characters. Dear fucking God. Dear fucking God. Oh my God. Do we have like 1 billion hours of story left for Saejima after this? We're at 2.5 hours, so if we find the suspicious fucking gentleman pretty quickly, it won't be too bad. If there's like 1.5 hours of story. But if there's like 6 hours of story left, we already did Summer Chapter 4. We've already done Summer Chapter 4. It's more so just, will there be a shitload here because we had 3 chapters worth before we got here. So they still want to put a lot of story here, I guess is the concern. You know, what's wrong basically the entire... Well, I guess if we're looking for a suspicious man, it's possible that all we have to do is just look at people who have text boxes above their head and see if any of them are indeed our suspicious gentlemen. That could possibly be enough. Or possibly it's really boring and Deku could tell me right now. I will leave that up to Deku's discretion. Deku can either realize it will be boring for me to look around at everyone with a text box to see if any of them are our suspicious man. Or maybe our suspicious man's in a spot that's going to be a nightmare to find. Or maybe Deku can be like, that might actually be fun. Might be interesting. So now I have to like check the, because what if our suspicious man is in a suspicious alleyway? That's possible. Also, over there on the map, like towards past that wall, will that empty lot ever come up as part of the story for this game? Oh my god, I'm now realizing since the last fucking Yakuza stream, oh my god. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut got announced. That happened since the last Yakuza stream. Oh my god. Yeah. Fucking... Not a full Kiwami! We do not have a full-on Kiwami here on our hands. We do not have Yakuza 0 Kiwami. But what we do have is Yakuza 0 Director's Cut announced for the Switch 2, which apparently has unique cutscenes. I do not know how I'm going to handle that in terms of an LP. I have not made up my mind on this yet. This is something I don't know if we can even do until it comes out to see how much is unique. I might play it in my own time, because I've mentioned before, in this game especially, how I want to replay Yakuza 0 with the I first played Yakuza 0 without the context of the franchise. I now have a lot more context of the franchise. I could possibly appreciate the game more or less because... Wait, suspicious man. The snow's back down to ice here. Do you mind? Take a picture, why don't you? Oh. No, he's just an injured man. Look at how much we have left. Story, yeah, decent amount of story plus this story for starting next part. Well, my thing is like if we do story for Saejima today, we get to the end of Saejima's story and then we cut it there, and we start the next stream immediately with the next character. Look, I can't even just say this game is just gonna have the same characters as before because I know Tanimura won't be there. Tanimura is like the one character I know won't show up in this game because like of the whole Tanimura being recast in Yakuza 4 thing. So like, Tanimura is the one character I know who won't show up in this, so this game can't have the same playable cast as Yakuza 4. I guess it could be Akiyama next. Or maybe we'll have more new characters. Again, I'm going into any game that has multiple playable characters. I'm going into it not knowing who they are. It worked out very well for 4 because just like learning about them and also the fact that I kind of knew about Saejima and then like got him. And even Tanimura, like getting introduced to Tanimura at the beginning of 4 and then like, oh my god, he's actually playable. Holy shit, we saw him for like a couple seconds. And it's like, well, that's the guy we're gonna play as well. And then obviously Dead Souls is Dead Souls. So, going into all of them without knowing the playable characters is definitely working well. So I'm sticking with it. I mean, I'm knowing less and less and less about the future games. So it's also like, there are future games for Yakuza where I'm not allowed to know the name of the games. There's at least 2, but I can't remember if there's more. There's at least 2 Yakuza games that I've been told I'm not allowed to know the name of. So that's also a case of, obviously, I don't know the name. If I can't know the name, I can't know the playable characters. But then you've also got, like, I know, Ichiban is, Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is 7 now, because they half-assed trying to change the name of the franchise in the West, and then they full-assed trying to change the name of the West, and now it's confusing that we just have one. Now we just have 7, which doesn't have the name 7 in it, which is like really funny. Our suspicious gentleman might be over here. I have to check. Our suspicious man. Well, a suspicious man is not there, but not the suspicious man. So, you know. Like, there's Ichiban's games, but there's also things like, yeah, I know Ichiban is, like, the playable character of, like, 7 and 8. I know that. Because they're the turn-based ones. Like, the numbered franchise has gone into the numbered franchise is going into the turn-based games. It's like, Judgment is doing the stuff with the detective. Yagami, I want to say his name is? Yakuza, just call it whatever you want, I guess, Dragon. Well, it's just going to be confusing to call that game Yakuza Like a Dragon, because it's just like, now that name doesn't make sense with the rest of the franchise. Before or after. It's really funny. They tried to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard the shit, and it just didn't work. But like, yeah, I know like Ichiban is the playable character in 7 and 8, but it's also like, I also know they're turn-based RPGs, which means there's likely going to be a party, and I have no idea who the party members are. Then I'll probably try to keep it that way when we start up the game. I'll probably try to like avoid any covers or anything like that that might show off like who the party is, because it might be a fun thing to go through the party. We might go through the game and it's like, holy shit, like the 4th person we recruit into the party is Akiyama or something. Wow, like, you know, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But there's also like the ones where it's like, I don't even know the title of the game, so obviously don't know the playable character. We've been joking about the fact that it's like, we might genuinely reach a point in Yakuza where, to keep me spoiler free, to keep like live reactions as interesting as possible, Deco, I am now giving up. Where is our suspicious? You know what? I'm now realizing there's a chance that the suspicious gentleman is inside of a store, and maybe that's why I haven't seen him, and I'm not checking every store just in case. Deco, I give up. I give up. I give up. This is our I gave up on 2 out of 5 maps. I think I did. I counted the other ones, and that was like the big deal. The other ones I counted, and the other 2 were really obvious. And one of them was weird. And this one, I'm just like, this is literally just looking for a guy. Did I walk down the street since I've been looking for the guy? Should go. East of Don Quixote. I swear I walked down North Lane. I swear I walked down North Lane. But yeah, we've been joking about the fact that we might get to a point in Yakuza where, for me to avoid spoilers as long as possible, we might have to start a game, and at the start of the game I'm not allowed to know the title. So we just boot up the game, skip the title sequence, and I just say, hey there gorgeous gays, version 2 here with a game in the Like a Dragon franchise, I guess. It will be something. And then, like, after, like, the first 1 or 2 streams, then I'm told the title. Where is our man? Oh! Is he here? Is it here? I'll be honest, this is one I didn't check. I forgot to check this one. He is also not... Actually, no, this was the homeless man for sub-story. That also means, like, every treasure map has been in the top half of the town. I should have known. Where is Suspicious Gentleman? Is he in the Game Dragon station? I don't think he's in the Game Dragon station. The second game you can't know is kind of that. Oh, that's gonna be... How do I buy the game? I'm gonna need to, like... I'm going to need someone. Oh, okay. I'll be honest. You know what? Okay, you know what? This is my fault. This is my fault. For some reason, I was looking at this assuming that this meant he'd be wearing black. That's my fault. I was looking for someone in black clothes. I didn't assume or realize that it could be a different color. It's my bad. I once bought a game for a streamer so he wouldn't know it was another game's sequel. We passed him like to... Yeah, I just didn't think of like the coloring. The Steam stage spoiled it. Okay, whenever we get to, like, whatever game it is... Like, I'm going to need someone, because I'm buying every game physically. I'm going to need someone to, like, send me a link to, like, an Australian vendor of, like, here is the Yakuza game. Buy it without looking at the game. Get it shipped to you. Open it. Put it on the shelf and don't fucking look at it. Boot up the stream. Put in the disc. Get chat to guide you through the installation process. And then at some point, you'll learn the name of the game. It will be very funny to do that for one of them. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, but honestly, the bit itself might be worth it. I do have to start buying more Yakuza games. I'm only up to Lost Judgment. I own the rest physically up to Lost Judgment. So I am falling a little behind in terms of physical ones that I need to buy. This was kind of, I think it's the one after Lost Judgment that I can't know the name of. And then after that I just stopped buying them. Like, I was about to say the name of 8 because I knew the name of 8 and now I don't remember the name of 8. Shit. I know the name of 8, I've been told. I have now forgotten it. Because I didn't buy that one. Because after Lost Judgment, I think it's the one after Lost Judgment that I can't know the name of. So I didn't buy it, and then I just haven't bought any since. So I don't own Ishin either. Like, I own, obviously, 0 to 6. Like, I'm looking at my shelf now. I own 0 to 6, and I can see Judgment, Like a Dragon, and Lost Judgment up there. And then in a different section, I also have Fist of the North Star. So I can see that, at the very least. Do-do-do-do-do. Huh? What is it? Treasure map! Yo, the treasure from the map. Congratulations! That's right. You did a great job finding me. Here's your prize. Brick shitter beer! Yeah! Time to head home. So this one guy was protected from the elements, so he wasn't complaining about being cold. Yay! Treasure hunt's complete! And now we go back to Psychomart. Alright, I got brick shitter beer. Fuck yeah. Brick shitter beer. This beer bottle is for gags. It makes a loud sound when hitting someone, but that's about it. Fuck yeah. Brick shitter beer. Brick shitter beer. Brick shitter beer. Every single treasure map was a weapon. Except, actually, I think literally all of them were a weapon. What the fuck? What kind of sketchy-ass treasure map shit is this where every single one of them was a fucking weapon? What the hell? What the fuck? Okay, now we go down to Psychomart. So, that should be everything, right? That should be everything? For Saejima? For side content? Like, today was really wrapping up the very little things. But the maps took a while. Because of course they did. Because of course they bloody did. Alright. What do we get from this? I bet it's another dragon crafting material. Which one's new? Which one's new? None of these look new. Pretty sure we saw all these. Pretty sure that was here. The perfume is new. Oh, I already have. I got that from a different source. Yeah, that's why I'm not noticed, because I literally already have it equipped. Huh. I think I got this from Gasha. I think I got this from Gasha. Maybe that's why. I think this was one of the super rare ones that we got from the Gasha. So that's why. I think that's why. Well, there we go. Completion rewards in this game is not as exciting. It's one of those things where I think back to Yakuza 0. And obviously I've not played any games since Yakuza 0, but I did play Kiwami 1 and 2, which were made after it. And there is definitely some element of just like, it really does feel like a number of systems that Yakuza 0 did are stuff that I've not seen again since. And in some of those makes me very happy that I haven't, because they weren't good. Oh, a sub-story reward. Even more bizarre than that it's also a reward for this. That's even more confusing. You haven't seen. Damn it. God damn it. Get the bound. God damn it. There we go. We haven't seen this one in a while. There we go. But I'm just thinking about the completion point rewards and like the idea of how completion points, completion rewards for like getting everything, and how completion worked in Yakuza 0 of the completion point system. Which, honestly, with how completion rewards are in other games, I might prefer Zero's approach to it. Because every other game's completion system has always been a case of you go through the story. Like, you go through doing your things. When you complete one entire thing, you get a specific reward from that. And sometimes it's been stuff like this where the reward that you get isn't very good, or you don't care about it. Or for some of them, like hostesses, where it's just like, here's your reward for finishing all the hostesses. You get a really good item to go visit hostesses with. And it's just like, what is the fucking point? Whereas Yakuza 0's approach was like, every time you knocked off something on the completion list, you got points for it, and then you could use those points on what you wanted to buy. It wasn't the best system because, like, it had, like, a couple different tiers and, like, a couple different lists, and you had to, like, work your way up the list. So you couldn't just freely choose anything. But also, not being able to freely choose anything means that you couldn't just, like, get a couple points and then immediately choose, like, the golden gun or anything. But it was also a case of a number of the things that you wanted to redeem were just, like, being able to sprint for longer without running out of stamina. Which was really annoying. I was like, I want to buy all the cool things, but I have to buy that. Or even like Yakuza 0 has like the worst upgrade system in the entire franchise. Because it's all money. Upgrading your skills in that game is all entirely money. And it's split between like several skill trees. And it has a lot of those things where it's like, it's really hard to remember everything you unlock in that game because of how many different skill trees you have. And like, I so much prefer this system where it's just like, here's 4 trees, you progress them in a path. You get better shit as you go, and it's like, I find this system that 4 and 5 have used, it's definitely simplified because you have multiple characters. That's why it works like this, but also it was similar in Yakuza 3. Actually, no, Yakuza 2 might be worse. Oh, is Yakuza 0 or Yakuza 2 the worst upgrade system? It's now hard to say which one of those is worse. Because Yakuza 0's entire upgrade system was money. Because, you know, focusing on economic bubble. So, like, money literally makes you stronger. But it also meant that, like, to make your character stronger, getting into fights and combat, or, like, completing sub-stories wasn't a good method. It was grinding out Cabaret Club and real estate, which got really boring. But Yakuza 2's upgrade system incentivized eating at restaurants of all things. I distinctly remember that about Yakuza 2 for Kiwami. Where it was just like, you had the multiple different types of experience, I think it was. Like, you had, like, general experience, but you also had experience for, like, soul tech, body, or heat, or, like, whatever system it was into. And different food that you would eat would give you more experience for different things. So we ended up getting into a system where, because you can only eat food when you're not at full health, we would, like, deliberately get our shit kicked in. And, like, deliberately get hit in street fights. So we could stop by some particular restaurants that were really good for certain, like, types of experience points. So we could upgrade that specifically, and it was mainly eating food. And Yakuza 1 is the level system. Like, this game has the level system where every time you level, you get the soul orbs, and you use that on whatever you want. But Yakuza 1, Kiwami, from memory was just you level up, you get a level up point, and then you had the skill tree similar to Zero, but you would use like use 3 level ups on like this thing like that. I think that's how Zero worked. I think that's how 1 worked. Overall, my brain tells me that how this game approaches it is how I prefer it. Anyway, I will ask Deku. There's a lot of people watching. There's a lot more people watching than just Deku. There's, according to Twitch, there's currently 7 viewers. But lookers get a choice if they talk. Negative fires don't get a choice when they're negative fire. But I'll ask Deku. Deku, do you want today's stream to be particularly short? And next time we combine Saejima and next character story together? Or do we go through and finish Saejima's story today, Saejima's completely done, and we start the next stream with a brand new character? Because I'm leaning that way. I'm leaning that way personally. Yakuza 0 is worse only because there was only really one way to do it. Yakuza 2 lets you choose your ways to do it. That is true. That is true. Yakuza 0, if you wanted to get good level ups, you had to grind Hostess and Cabaret, and there was no other way of doing it. Unless you wanted to, like, save scum gambling, which is even worse and more boring. I'm leaning towards we finish Saejima today. I know we're nearly 3 hours in, but that's, like, short. Because I've been kind of saying I want my streams to aim for 3.5 to 4.5 hours. It's just that so many I've done lately have been, like, 5 to 6. Let's end up Saejima, yeah. Because it means that we start next stream with a brand new character, which is pretty exciting. Well, I say brand new. It could be Akiyama. It's Kiryu again.
あれは近づくんも一苦労やで。それだけじゃないっすよ。仮に誘拐がうまくいったとしても、当然追っ手が来るでしょうし、警察も動き出す。
Yeah, why are we doing this stupid plan?
問題は山積みですよ。無茶は承知の上。追っ手が来たらその時はその時。
There's gotta be a better way of doing it than kidnapping the guy in the middle of the street, in the middle of the biggest thing. There has to be a smarter way of doing it.
わかりました。すまんの。何がですか？俺のわがままに付き合わせてしもて。そんな。刑務所でも雪山でも俺を助けてくれたのは兄貴じゃないですか。受けた恩。今度は俺がお返しする番なんですから。そんなこと気にしないでください。
Anyone else get trauma with having another younger character looking up to your character and calling them Aniki all the time?
それよりも兄貴。
Anyone else just getting like
何か見つかりましたか?
A series of red flags popping up?
それなんやが、どうやって来た方に近づけばええんか、正直見当もつかん。
Good night, Domino.
なんとか気づかれんように近づく方法を考えんとな。
Dress as a snowman, obviously.
俺思い出したことがあるんで、ちょっと出てきます。どうしたんや、急に。いえ。大したことじゃありません。兄貴は先に休んでください。
Let's eat in Barbachan. Do I really want to sleep like he suggested? Well, we've done everything else. Let's get some rest. It is gonna be a busy day tomorrow. Scan out the area as well, Baba.
Oh.
I crashed hard. Exploring and getting treasure maps is very exhausting.
さてと、これからどないしようか。今日はおそらく大変な騒ぎになると思います。何か必要なものがあれば、今のうちに準備を済ませてしまいましょう。
They're giving me so many chances of saying, by the way, this is the end.
おのおの準備を済ませて、昼前にここに集合。
They're giving me so many opportunities where they say, by the way, everything's about to end. Could be my last day to run free in Tsukimino. Better not leave with any regrets. Okay, I'll ask now because it happened last time. Nothing else has like appeared in the city. Nothing else is like suddenly opened up that we can mark on the completion list in terms of like any mini games that we can do, or like processes or city explorations or treasure hunts or anything like that. No extra masters have appeared or anything like that.
兄貴、準備は済みましたか？
Here we go!
ああ、大丈夫や。
それじゃあ、そろそろ行きましょう。
そうやな。北方に近づく方法は。
How is this gonna work? When you say that cruel. Yes, it is. That's how we unlocked fucking hostess maker for Akiyama. It was literally before his final cutscene.
どんどん厳しくなると思います。兄貴、少しでも目立たないように別々に行きましょう。
分かった。一人で無茶するんやないで、ババちゃん。
分かってます。それじゃあ、俺は先に行きます。
Alright. I'll have to get myself to the site soon. How is this gonna work? This feels like one of the most half-baked plans anyone has ever had. And by half-baked, I mean not even baked at all. Our plan is, let's get the guy. We're getting through the main streets. Got no choice. At least it is. Yeah? Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck. They're aware I'm here.
北方組のもんか。
おうよ。網走から出てきたって聞いたときは耳を疑ったが、どうやら伝説の極道ってのもあながち嘘じゃねえみたいだ。
I guess so. I guess so. Saejima's rep as the person who like killed all the people in Uenosawa is still there. Okay, so they're straight up being like, we know it. Okay, they're just straight up saying no vengeance for Majima. Okay.
今何時？今何時か聞いとんのや。
11時半過ぎ。
Why are you answering?
そうか。ほなのんびりしとる時間ないな。さっさと片付けて。北方のとこまで行かせてもらうで。
Motherfucker, I fought a bear before I got to you guys. Like 3 times! Alright. Oh, cool, thanks. Bye. Just leaves. Alright. Time for an ass whooping! Assuming I hit any of my hits. I'm here to kick dick and kick ass. And I'm all out of kick. What? Turns out the bear was also a Kitakata member. Lol, lol. Ooh, we got some fancy music going there. Look at my shoyus. Ready? Oh, straight up long battle. Yeah, that takes care of that. Yep, long battle. They could set an ambush for Baba-chan too. Better regroup soon. Oh, it has gone back the way we came. Or am I going down this way? Sup, clone? We're getting ready to fight people. Tja, there's a cop. Better cross the road and take the long way around. Oh, I was about to say there's a Santa costume. There's a cop on that side too! Gotta hide. Wait. Santa costume! Santa costume! Yeah, it's back, baby! It's back! Main story Santa! Yeah! Alright, looks like it worked. I'll get to have it back later. Gotta find Baba-chan now. Yeah! Wait, why is it saying over this way? Why am I going this way? Oh, more alleyways. We're going away from where we need to go. It's a Saejima guy! Get him! You're choosing the two, but I think you know what the correct answer is. Why would I ever not choose that one? Because I'm coming here in that getup, I'm gonna fuck you up real good! Did I piss them off because I'm in Santa outfit? If the enemies get stronger because you're Santa, that's really funny. That'd be really funny. Also, when's the last time we had a long battle in the open city? Like in the normal city that we would normally run around in. Because I can't think of, like, it for a while. I feel like it's been a hot fucking minute since it's happened, if it's happened at all. Like, I can think of some major battles that we've had in the middle of city areas, like, end of Yakuza 1. But in terms of, like, specifically a long battle of, like, run across the city? Does Dead Souls count? Dead Souls is literally almost entirely, long battles across the entire city. Almost the entirety of Dead Souls is that, so... If that counts... There we go. My guy, what are you doing? Hey! Oh my god. That's how someone's landed a combo on me. Hey, get off me! Ugh, God. It's so nice being able to grab people the way that you can with Saejima. Like, if you just repeatedly grab the same person with Saejima, you can just fucking slam dunk them, and it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I really do feel like it's been a fucking while since, like, open map long battle. But again, we are still running the opposite way to where we need to go. We are still very specifically going in the direction that we're not meant to be going to get to where we need to go. We're meant to be getting up to the northeast corner of the map, and we're heading strictly south the entire time. Ah, God. Damn it. Yeah, actually, you know what I need to do? Ming dumb. I need to do shit like this. We're in a battle with a shitload of people. Gotta do the, like, the little heat ones. Like, you can do this, and you go, like that. Actually, can you do that? Can you combo that together? No, because their legs are facing away from you. I was about to say, can you combo one of those, like, micro heat moves into another one because they're bounding? But their legs aren't near you when they're bounding. Their heads are near you. So that one doesn't quite work as well. But that being said, you should be able to do that same one with their head. Actually, maybe I just didn't have to heat for it. Maybe I didn't have to heat for it. Let me try again. Yeah, you can! Never mind, you can do it by the head. Because you grab their arm. Yeah, you can double them together. Nice. Come here. Sure, you can! Yeah, you can absolutely combo them together. That's amazing. Fuck, and also yes. Huh? There's Baba-chan! Is he looking for me? Gotta cross the road and meet up. Can I just... No, no. I was like, can I cross the road in this mode? The cop that was here is no longer here, thank God. Oh, Jesus! I went to reach out, I nearly got run over! Man just won't have a shoulder anymore. Oh, God! You fucking How much can we power scale Saejima in this franchise? I was being subtle. I was trying to get away from people. You kind of stuck out. What are you talking about? No! We can sneak up and get a Kitakata like this. They won't recognize a Santa.
急ぎましょう。
There's no way they'd obviously recognize me as a Santa. I must wear the same clothes I've always been wearing. They definitely won't recognize me like that. Oh my god. Look at how Boss has been a good boy. His president's just way over there. Alright. Time to fuck up some bitches! Yeah! Lol. 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 Oh, God, Bomber, no! Bomber, no! Oh my god! You know what we can also do? Rah! Saejima also good with weapons! Rah! Lol. Damn it. I was trying to do this one, but then I killed all of them that I did that attack on. Stop hitting Baba-chan! How dare you hit the Baba-chan! Get off Baba-chan! Thank God that moments like this in Yakuza games don't have like health bars on your partner, so you have to worry about saving them. Thank fucking God they don't do that shit. Hey! I remembered, by the way. The moment I saw that animation, I recognized what the attack was, and I recognized that I had to mash circle. For the first time on that heat move ever. I've actually done that. Oh! Coward! That didn't quite work out. Lol. Lol. Hey! Actual end of long battle. Nice. Jesus Christ, Saejima is so good at getting through crowds of people. By just sheer brute force.
そうみたいやな。さやけどこいつら、お前んこと容赦なしに襲ってきたな。いくら俺と行動を共にしてるからとはいえ。
I mean, they didn't hear, as Baba said, he didn't hear from the family like the entire time he was in prison.
The
entire time Bob was in prison, he didn't hear from the family at all. So like, yeah. What happened when Kiryu got out of prison for 10 years? Oh right, his entire old clan tried to beat the shit out of him. Same thing happened.
寂しいもんやな。
さあ、それじゃ行きましょう。こっちです。
こないなとこに来てどないするつもりや。
このマンホールから下水道に入ることができます。
Saejima back at the sewers.
下水道？
セレモニーの会場のちょうどステージとなっている場所にマンホールがあるんです。このマンホールを辿っていけば。
Ah yes, Normal noticed the two grown men getting out of the sewer grate. They did try to kill Kiryu before he got out of prison. They tried to kill Baba. They tried to kill us. In prison.
なるほどな。ほな行こうか。
None of the people who were attacking us in prison were trying to attack Baba, I don't think. I mean, they were starting to attack him once we started doing the breakout shit, but that was like clearly when shit started going.
オープニングセレモニーは始まっているはずです。
They only started trying to attack Baba when they wanted to like make sure he couldn't get out of prison by like setting him up for shit.
どないした？
Santa comes out of manholes.
おじけづいたんとちゃうやろな。
違いますよ。ただ、親父に会ったら何を話そうかなと思って。
そんなん今考えることちゃうで。まず誘拐成功させてからや。
そうですよね。すいません、兄貴。
よし、行こうか。
We should address the snowman. I told you, they're right next to the stage. Even fiercer than bears.
その雪に親しみ、こうして毎年楽しいお祭りが開けるということは、 我々月見野の人々が自然と共生しているということ
No
の
one will
証で
notice.
もあります。
No one will notice.
北方理事、
Ah, here he is.
例の網走刑務所の脱獄囚が会場の近辺に現れたという情報が入りました。警備は万全ですが、万が一ということもあります。身の回りには十分お気をつけください。
They were saying that he was like basically friends with the people, like the people running the city. Like the Tojo don't have this close of a connection towards the people who run the city. Could be anywhere right under our noses.
おや、どうかなさったんですか？
いや何、どうやら待ちわびていた相手が来たみたいだな。これでやっとあいつとの約束が果たせそうだ。だがこの状況、どうやって突破する気だ。
Daizo Kitakata, patriarch of the Kitakata family.
もういいんだいいんだ、気にしないでくれ。
さあ、
Who are you keeping a
オ
promise
ープニ
to
ングの
about
オ
us?
ープ
Like
ンショ
so
ンが始まりますよ。
many questions. Fighter jet show! Yay, military! Yay, heavy ordnance of war!
今年は結構金を使ったんですよ。あれ？
Fuck off. Fuck off. Are you kidding me? That
なる
worked.
ほどな。こういう手もあったのか。
Oh, why the fighter jets are going? Everyone will be looking at it. No one will notice.
北方組長に間違いないな。
What?
そうだ。おめえさんは冴島大河だな。
What?
そうや。
こうして会えて嬉しいぜ。ずっとあ
I'm
んた
not
の
the
こ
only
と
one to
思
call
って
out
たんだ。
plot holes in Yakuza, but what?
どったやと？どういうことや？
おめえさん、あの真島が死んだっつう話を聞いて、はるばる網走からやってきたんだろう。真島を殺した犯人である俺に会うために。そうだろ？実はそのことなんだが、俺もおめえに伝えなきゃならねえことがあるんだよ。
一体何や？
あの真島五郎が最後に言い残したことは、
There's no way he's actually dead. I refuse to believe he's actually dead.
邪魔が入らねえ場所を用意してやる。そこで話そう。
Yeah, it's called the sewers.
兄貴、罠かもしれませ
It's
ん。
called the sewers. No one will bother us here. It's called the fucking sewers.
安心しな。俺の部下たちも知らない場所だ。もちろん警察も知らん。
Is it called the
さっきも言っ
sewers?
たが、俺もお前さんに用事があるんだ。さあ、邪魔が入らねえうちに行こ
兄貴、
わかった。案内してくれ。
In the same way Sengoku put a gun coffee, secondly the real Osaka Castle. By the way, this is absolutely the sewer that leads to Purgatory that Kiryu fought Akiyama and Tanimura. It's the same model.
う。先日このビルを丸ごと
Reuse
買い取った。
assets. The kings of it.
最近は月見のも不景気だな。物件転がせなくなって困った連中が駆け込んできやがる。参ったもんだよ。俺らもそんなに金持ってねえってのによ。
Economy
そ
sucks.
んで、俺に伝えたかったこと
Economy sucks.
それが真島が言い残した言葉が関係してるんか。
ああ、そうだ。
俺ちょっと外を見張ってます。本当にここが安全かどうか信用できませんし。
Don't leave me alone.
疑り深いやつだな。あれ、お前さんの兄弟分か？
知らんのかあいつのこと。
さあ、覚えがねえな。それにしても意外だな。下の連中から聞いてた話じゃ、もっと荒々
I
しい
am that.
来るのかと思った。
I just am not as personality as much as you'd expect.
真島に似て中身は繊細だ。
そう言われたのは
うちらの業界の連中も節穴ばっかりになってしまったってことだ。どいつもこいつも見た目ばかりで人間を判断する。だからや。
Those people like Saejima or Majima are the real
ところ
deal.
であった。兄弟分を殺されたにしちゃあんまり怒ってないようだな。
I don't think he believes it.
兄弟が誰かにやられたとして、それは兄弟が弱
Also
か
that.
っただけのこと。強いもんに弱いもんが負けた。そんなら俺の出る幕やない。
なるほど。
He's aware of how much Majima just lives as a motherfucking Yakuza.
兄弟がなんで殺されなあかんかったんか。兄弟は最後なんて言うて死んでいったんか。それだけは聞いとかなあかん。あんたやったらその答え知っとるんやろ。
俺がおめえに伝えたかったことってのはな、俺と真島が会合したあの日、あの場で本当は何が起こっていたのか。その真実。
You say all this like you knew this was gonna happen.
真実やと聞かせてもらおうか。
ああ、まず最初に結論から言おう。
As in someone else did, or he's not
北
fucking
方
dead.
は真島をやってない。俺には真島を撃つ理由がないんだ。
どういう意味や。
言葉通りの意味だ。それ以上の意味はない。
真島は北方組を登場会の傘下に収めようと話つけに来てたはずや。ならあんたが真島を弾く理由は十分にあるはずやろ。それでも撃つ理由がないと言い張るんか。
Wouldn't be smart.
だからそれが誤解なんだ。そもそも真島は登場会の傘下に入れと言ってきたんじゃない。
なんやと。
五分杯を交わしてほしいと頭を
It's the same shit with the clan in
堂島大吾の兄弟分になってくれと言ってき
Fukuoka.
た。
Yeah.
北方組が
This is what Daiga's been doing for everyone.
そしておそらくうちだけじゃねえ。福岡や名古屋にも
And Nagoya.
同じ条
We
件
have
で
another
成
place
し
we're
つけ
probably
に
gonna
行っ
go
て
to.
たはずだ。
If I had to have a wild guess, we're also going to Nagoya.
うちとしても五分なら依存はねえ。登場会と手を組みや、うちに余計なちょっかいかけてくる組織もなくなるだろうしな。
ほな
Again, same thing's happening here where it's just like, yeah, they were going to accept, but it's just like, it's other people who don't want this to happen. The actual patriarch of this clan, the Madarama guy, had no reason to object. They were going to accept. It's other people around who don't want to fucking do it. And Daigo was like completely aware that's what was going to happen.
一度目の会合で杯の話を聞いた後、心を決めた俺は真島に連絡し、二度目の会合
It's someone within Tojo who doesn't want this shit to happen. Who's been trying to get Tojo people out of the fucking way.
俺が返事を伝えたところ、どういうわけか、真島はしばらくじっと黙り込んでいた。少しして真島の口から飛び出した言葉を聞いたとき、俺は耳を疑ったよ。
なんて言うたんや。
この杯交わしたらあかんとな。
なんやて。それは一体どういうことや。
真島は感じていたようだ。この杯交渉の裏に誰か別の人間の思惑を感じると。
別の人間。
なあ、登場会と北方組が杯を交わしてしまうと、そいつの描いた絵の通りに事が運んでしまうかもしれんとな。
それで真島は杯交わすんを取りやめようとしたいうわけか。
おそらくな。
そんでその絵描いたんは誰か分かっとんのか。
それは
Of course! God damn it!
来たかおいしっかりせ
Who the fuck was that? Only one person knew we were here. Only one person knew we were here. Chase sequence! Oh, God. Gonna grab shit right there. Come back here! Gah! Grab! Well, there was a sword. Grab! Ah, fuck. I thought I was close enough. Come here, you son of a bitch! Hey! Oh. I tried. I tried. Oh, fuck. It's alright, I can just keep picking up bottles and throwing them at ya! Come here! Oh, God. Ramen Alley! Where are you planning on going from here? There was an actual dead end to it. If this is who I think it is, I'm gonna be so pissed. Because only one person knew we were there. Motherfucker! Baba, what the hell?
Baba. Baba-chan.
What the fuck?
これはどういうことやなんで北方撃ったんやお前の親父なんちゃうんか
兄貴、あんた本当に素直な人ですね。北方が俺の親父か。俺はね、北方組の人間なんかじゃ
That's
ない
why
ん
no
です。
one there recognized him.
俺の目的にとってはその方が都合が良かったからそう振る舞っていただけです。
目的
Motherfucker!
そうです。俺があの刑務所に移送されたこともあなたと同部屋になったことも全部計画されていたことも
The entire time?
全部芝居やったちゅうことか
そうです。あなたは全てこちらの読み通りに動いてくれた。こっちが戸惑うほどにね。でも正直言ってあなただけにはバレたくなかった。
ババちゃん
こんなことになるんならあん時雪山で死んど
You
け
didn't
よか
expect
っ
to
た。
actually care about me.
そしたらこんな思いしなくて済んだのに。
何アホなこと言うとるんや
俺の役目はあなたの監視。そのために刑務所に入ったんです。
ほな殺人で10年食らってたっちゅう話も
当然作り話ですよ。そういうエピソードの方が冴島さんの関心が引けると思いましてね。
なんでそこまでして俺を監視
Whoever
す
set
る
this
必要
up
があった
clearly
んや
knows the type of person
俺
Saejima
が脱
is.
獄するとでも思って
Which
たん
again
や
implies that it's Tojo.
いや違います。むしろその逆です。
逆
俺の目的はあなたの刑期をコントロールすること。つまり都合のいいタイミングであの刑務所からあなたを連れ出しここ月見野まで連れてくることにあったんです。
そんなアホな話あるか そないなことできるはずない。
よく思い出してください。あの刑務所にはあなたの仮出所を邪魔する人間がいたはずだ。
邪魔するやつやで。まさか。
釘原ですよ。あいつはあなたの仮釈放を延期させるための道具でした。
You were behind that?
そう。あいつは俺の部下です。
Motherfucker!
俺にはあなたの仮釈放を伸ばす必要があった。それで釘原を使ってあなたが彼らに暴行をするように仕向けたんです。
そしたらお前が
That was
海で
all
人
set
刺した
up.
チワの事件も全部
It was
So-
entirely a setup.
あれは本当に俺が刺したんですよ。あなたが確実に釘原たちに手を出すにはそうするしかなかったんだね。
お前
ですがそこまでやったところで今度は逆にあなたを外に連れ出さなきゃならなくなった。だから外の力を使って無理やりあの脱獄騒ぎを仕掛けたというわけです。
どういうことや。ちゃん
Did
と
you
説明
kill
せ。
Majima just to get Saejima to break out?
真島五郎の死ですよ。それが俺たちにとってあなたをあの刑務所から連れ出すためのサインだったんです。あなたを刑務所の外に出すために真島は殺されたんですよ。真島が死んであなたが動く、それが我々の書いたシナリオです。
兄弟が俺のために死んだやと。どういうことや。
所長を殺し法務省に手を回してあなたの仮釈放の申請を取り下げさせたのも全てあなたが自らの意思で刑務所から出るように仕向けるため必要なことでした。まあ俺個人にそんな力があるわけは
If
あ
I
りません
all
が。
went through, that would have lost. It would have been like a
No,
couple of
no,
days difference. Why'd it have to be so specific?
なんでそこまでして俺を外に出す必要があったんや。
Like you delayed me getting out just to get me out like a couple of days
So-
later.
俺のバックにいる人の計画にあなたの力が必要だからです。
お前のバックにおる人間。誰やそれは。
それを知ればあなたは死ぬことになる。当然教えた俺も殺されるでしょう。なら結論は一つです。シナリオではあなたをここで殺す予定はなかったんですが、こうなってしまった以上
What, you submit to the plan to break me out now just to kill me now?
チカが死ななあかんちゅうことやな。
He's
ど
hesitating.
ないした。撃てや。さっさと撃たんかい。何しとんのや、ババちゃん。ほら、はよう。
最後に一つ聞かせてください。なんであの時俺を助けに来たんですか？
あん時
俺が雪山で遭難した時ですよ。あんたは俺なんか放っておいて一人で月見のに行きゃよかったんだ。それなのにあんたは危険も顧みず俺を助けに来てくれた。どうしてだ。
兄弟を見捨てられるわけない。それだけ。
兄弟。
あ
そんな杯を交わしたわけでもない。俺が勝手にそう呼んでただけなのに。それでもあんたは俺のこと兄弟だって言うのか。
当たり前やろ。杯交わすやなんてただの儀式に過ぎん。人と人の絆っちゅうもんは杯なんか交わさんでも自然にできるもんや。ちゃうかババちゃん。俺はお前のことずっと弟分や思うとったで。
やめろ。
裏に何があったかはどうでもええ。俺にとってお前はほんまの兄弟。
もうやめてくれ。
何しとんじゃボケが。立てやババちゃん。兄貴分としてお前には教えとかなあかんことがあるようやな。
何ですか。
人間どんなにつろうても生きなあかん。つろうても夢持って生きなあかんのや。
夢。
ああ、きっとお前にもあるはずや。手に入れたい叶えたい夢が。俺は網走に入る前チコたんや。極道の世界に足踏み入れるしかなかった人間が二度と俺みたいな悲しい道を生きんでもええようにする。それが俺と真島が描いた夢。俺が今ここにおる理由や。ババちゃん、都合よう死ねるほど世の中甘ない。お前には死ぬっちゅうことがどういうことか教えたる。
どうする気ですか。
Beat the shit
簡
out of
単
me.
や。いっぺん死ぬほどの恐怖をその体に叩き込んでるわ。
なるほど。冴島さんらしいやり方ですね。
ああ、不満か。
きちんと蹴りつけましょう。
来いやババー。
全力でいきます。
Full on vocal theme. Wow. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I forgot I had to do the release thing for it. I'll grab him. But this is a good way to start. Boom! Whoa, that got rid of a lot. I gotta say, everything about, like, the plot that's happening, everything about all of the conspiracy that's going down, and all of that and everything like that, this is, like, reminding me of, like, the core of what Yakuza is. It's about people, it's their ideals, it's their bonds, and them clashing. Like, everything about the plot up to this point, in terms of, like, the conspiracy that's going down, the plans that people have, and everything like that, everything besides Saejima's part has built up to this moment of this clash between him and Baba, and I gotta say, fucking hell, it hits hard. Fucking hell, it hits hard. It hits so fucking hard. Like, Saejima is staring down someone who has been manipulating him from the start, who is ready to try and kill him and everything like that. But everything about who Saejima is as a person is still true. The bond that he has with people, how he wants to help other people and take care of them so they don't have to go through the shit that he went through and everything like that. All of that is still true for him, and it's, oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, god damn the tiger. Oh, wow, it stuns people, too. Fuck, man. It just hits so hard. Fuck me. By the way, absolutely go to town on the guy. Oh, alright, we're gonna have a feel the heat moment. Yo! Oh! Oh! Like, anything about the story of just, like, the complicatedness and not being, like, having a trouble keeping a track of it in this game, not being as interested in it as on some of the other games, as just, like, this is what it's about, though. This is what it's about. It's about the emotional core behind all of this shit, and it is still as powerful as ever.
どうや死ぬほど痛い思いした気分は
いいもんじゃないです。
Packet's a little crushed. Travis supposed to taste bad. Just immediately. What next ramen valley? Ramen alley. Surely some of them there do try it.
聞かないんですか。あなたはこんなことに巻き込んだ黒幕の正体。
Ruin the moment, Baba.
もうええわそんなことしても真島の兄弟は帰ってこえへんせやけど北方に会うてなんとなく思ったんや
何をですか。
あいつはまだ生きとるまそうあってほしいと思っとるだけかもしれんけどな
冴島の兄貴、恥を忍んで言います。ここは一旦見逃してください。今あなたに事の真相を話したら俺は確実に消されます。
Oh, my headphones, no.
俺はまだ死ねない。こんな俺にも夢はあるんだね。
ああ
でも夢に自分なりのケリをつけたらまた必ず冴島の兄貴の前に姿を現します。その時はちゃんと兄弟の杯交わさせてください。
分かったいつでもええ待っとるで
はい。
までだ。
I was about to say, so that look, someone's gonna show up.
冴島大河だな。過重逃走および銃刀法違反の現行犯で逮捕する。これでようやく差しであんたと話ができそうだな。
Once again, one of the character parts is ending with the guy, with the detective guy telling us shit, like just showing up.
脱獄までして
I
出
don't
て
even
きた
know
割
this
に
guy's
は
name. I don't remember it.
やけにあっさり観念したもんだな。
Like you knew about the firearm before I even showed up, so like you knew this was gonna happen.
なんでそれを。
お前がどういう目的で動いていたかくらい分かってる。警察なめんなよ。
You knew I was free the entire
さ
time.
北方を警察病院に搬送したばかりだからな。
北方を。
I mean, a shot in the chest, you'll be fine.
ああ、銃声の後
You'll
す
be
ぐに
fine.
駆けつけたからな。お前が撃ったってわけじゃねえよな。
Comes the dumb that you can just walk behind them. Apparently so.
さっき警察病院から連絡があって命に別状はないとのこと。
Yeah, you're shot once in the chest.
安心しろ。
It needs to be between the eyes for us to know a character's dead in this franchise, unless it's a woman.
お前北方から
They can be shot in the
真
body
島
and
の
back.
死の真相を聞き出すつもりだったんだろう。早速黙秘か。まあいい。それじゃあ黙ってこっちの話を聞け。ここなら誰も邪魔が入らねえからよ。北方から聞いたかもしれないが、真島を殺したのは北方組じゃない。
So does that mean no one did, or does it mean someone else did?
登場会だ。
That's what I mean! It's someone within Tojo who doesn't want this shit to go down. It was people in Tojo who were targeting Daigo. So it makes sense that it was someone in Tojo who targeted Majima.
それじゃあこの情報は知ってるか。福岡で山笠組と杯交渉に行った堂島大吾が消えたって話。
なんやて。
知らなかったか。つい先日堂島は訪問先の福岡で忽然と姿を消しやがった。それから間髪入れず月見野で真島が、名古屋で安住が死んじまった。おかげで登場会本家は大パニックだ。本庁の四課の連中、今や寝る間もねえくらい忙しいらしいぜ。
Who's Izumi? Is that a new name, or because we heard about Nagoya earlier, like with Kitakata, but
実は俺は
is
今
Izumi someone that we
森永って
like
や
was
つの
mentioned
行
at
方
some
を追っ
point?
てる。
Yeah, Morinaga's like so far who we're thinking of.
堂島大吾の護衛をやっていた男だ。
Because Morinaga killed off Ayoma and
福岡で本部長の
yeah,
青山をやって
yeah,
い
he
る。
knocked off Ayoma and Aizawa
青
before.
山が殺された。
森永が護衛していた堂島は行方不明。そして会長代行をしていた青山も森永に殺された。なんかこれ怪しくないか。
The way Morinaga was talking was very much like he was either working with or for someone, though. The
さ
way
っきお
Morinaga
前
was
と一緒
talking.
にいた男、あれ
And Barber's also working for someone.
なんでそのことを。
やっぱりそうか。わざと泳がせた甲斐があるってもんだ。
あんたの狙いは何や。俺を捕まえることやったんちゃうんか。
まあそれもあるが、だが俺の真の狙い、それはこの一連の騒動を裏で操ってる人間、登場界の裏切り者を
Because he's aware that
突き止める
like
ってこと
a
だ。
war will break out if shit goes bad here
Tojo
between Tojo and Omi.
裏切り者やと。
But he was like saying to Kiri
堂
about trying
島
to
大吾
avoid
の失踪、真島の死、そしてお前。
that being said, Tojo
数
and
年
Omi
間
get a war
全
with
く
each other
動
and
き
destroy
を
each
しな
other.
かっ
Probably
た
be better
登
for
場
the
界
cause,
という山が
but like in the
こ
long
の
run.
数日間で一気に動き出してそれもまるでタイミングを合わせたかのように一斉に。俺はな、さっきお前と一緒にいた馬場も
その登場界をめぐる騒動を操っている人間の一味なんじゃないかと睨んでるんだ。
その人間っちゅうのが森永やと。
うん。その可能性が高い。
And Morinaga was talking like he was working for someone though, so it's surely doesn't just end with Morinaga. Like whether he's working for or with
それはお
someone is
前
like
が
I guess more so
こ
the
の
bigger
登
question.
場界の内部で起こっている出来事の中心にいるってことだ。お前は奴らの計画に利用されてるんだ。
They're like, why did they want Saejima to break out at the right time? So I think they were originally trying to knock off Saejima at the same time as Majima and everyone else
登場
to
界
make
の
sure
こ
he
とが
couldn't
気
get
に
in
な
the
る。
way, but they wanted him to break out at the right time?
ならねえわけねえよな。となるとお前は東京に行くしかない。
そないなこと分かっとる。
This is what we're doing.
せやけど今の俺に
We're
はどうす
funneling
る
the
ことが
characters
で
to
きへん。
Tokyo.
ああ。言
Because
うの
that's
忘
where
れて
Kiryu's
た。
going to.
実はこの車空港行きなんだよ。
空港。
俺はな、現在全国の極道社会を揺るがしているこの一大事件を府警の力で解決したいんだよ。そのためには事件のキーマンである森永。
What I feel like every character we're gonna play as, we're gonna learn about a new like key piece like a Morinaga or a Baba with like each individual character.
東京に行って登場界
Every
内
character's
で
gonna be
何
sent
が
to
起きてい
Tokyo.
る
Every character's gonna learn about a new key
と探って
person,
きちゃくれね
and then we're gonna get to Tokyo, and there's gonna be all those people are working for a bigger key
今の
person.
登場界はガタガタだ。そこ
I may
に
have played
若
too many of
頭
those
候
games.
補のあんたが現れればきっと事態は動く。
俺に警察の犬になれ言うんか。
ノーと言うならこのまま刑務所に向かうだけだ。さあどうする？
Oh, the conspiracy is getting so complicated already. Oh, the conspiracy is getting so fucking complicated already. Oh dear God. Oh, it's all, there's already so, I mean, like, that's part of what they're doing. That I feel like they're trying to go for deliberately the most amount of, like, in-depth conspiracy, moving parts story that they've done so far. Because they're trying to scale this story to nationwide levels. And like, if we're going to a bunch of different cities around all of Japan for our story, then we've got to escalate our story that it's a Japan-wide thing. I mean, Yakuza 3's plot was like multiple countries. Yakuza 3's plot was like CIA in America, like dealing with like an international terrorist ring in the end. That's like where eventually Yakuza 3 goes. But most of like the key, like the stuff that doesn't have to do with Black Monday is still very much a Tojo problem. It's still very much like it's Tojo inner workings, it's Mine trying to do his shit, and everything like that. And it's mainly about just like people within the Tojo trying to take over the Tojo kind of thing. But there's also like this extra thing that's happening with Black Monday that's like also happening at the same time, which is why it gets Okinawa involved, because that's where they're building the site that they want to trick Black Monday breaking into. But like Yakuza 4 is very much focused on Tokyo only. I mean, you literally have multiple characters to explore Tokyo in a big way, and this is like, it's obviously like a big plot. Like Yakuza 4 tries to escalate its plot by tying it into the prior games of trying to be like, oh yeah, Jinju was also like the corrupt politician from 1 was like part of why he wanted the money was to pull off the plan with Munakata to like get even more power for him and stuff like that. So like Yakuza 4 tried to escalate its plot by tying it into prior games and stuff like that. So Yakuza 5 is trying to escalate its plot by making it, this is a Japan-wide thing. We are going across every city it is involving like every Yakuza clan across the entirety of Japan. And it's still like they're still doing the inner Tojo like betrayal traitor, someone with the insider Tojo is trying to overtake Tojo thing. They're still trying to do that element of it that has happened in like every single Yakuza game. The thing that has happened in literally every single Yakuza game of someone within the Tojo is trying to overtake the Tojo by killing off other people in Tojo. But they're doing that at the same time of just making it a Japan-wide thing. So yeah, like the plot is very much getting to the very intense levels very early. But again, it's just like, I feel like this is more so one of those things where this is very much going to be a plot where, because it's primarily doing a lot of establishing. It is like all of Kiryu's part and all of Saejima's part has been very much establishing the conspiracy. We're spending this much time establishing the conspiracy to really get the stakes across of how big it's going to be. I do feel like this is going to be one where it's going to be about how it lands. About, like, how the story comes across. I'm intrigued in the conspiracy and I'm intrigued in everything like that for the story. But in terms of, like, what the story is doing, it's about all of that I only have the conspiracy to grab onto. All of the stuff with, like, characterization and themes is stuff that's happening kind of not as much connected to the main story. Like, the main story is about a plot spreading across Japan and all of the clans. And using this grand thing to completely overtake Tojo from the inside from someone. Possibly trying to, like, and also at the same time trying to, like, form this alliance to prevent the war with the Yomi, because the Yomi are also trying to attack the Tojo at the same time as a lot of the inner Tojo stuff is happening. It's very much Yakuza 2 in that, Yakuza 1 in that aspect. But, like, that's what's happening in terms of, like, the plot, in terms of, like, the conspiracy that's happening. Whereas the stuff that's happening character-wise, it's, like, it's Saejima trying to do what he had always wanted to do, which is to be a teacher, a mentor, a guide. He wants to be someone to help other people through the stuff that he's been through. He wants to be someone who helps people, like, lead better lives and everything like that, or just, like, not have to deal with things as rough in their lives that they have to deal with alone and everything like that. Which is an element that we very much saw in Saejima in 4, with Kido, but also in side stories. Hell, his literally whole fighter maker thing is that. So, like, the main plot and the big conspiracy, and then how Saejima connects to Baba here, are not, like, they're obviously connected, but they're not, like, super part of the exact same thing. And it's the same with Kiryu. Kiryu is, like, having this entire plot with Daigo go on at the, like, and everything. And Daigo's, like, he's trying to deal with Daigo disappearing and, like, someone within the Tojo trying to do their own thing. But, like, Kiryu's characterization there is very much about Kiryu believing that he can't help the people he cares about, that he only gets in the way. It's why he left the orphanage why he's just completely abandoned the orphanage, because he's just like, if I leave, it's better for everyone, for all of these reasons. Daigo, I can't help you because I'm no good at helping. I need to do all of that and everything like that. It's Kiryu dealing with all of that and trying to live a life separate from all of that, but also trying to grapple with the fact that, one, he can't just escape from it. People do care about him and people do rely on him. And also, two, it's also him, like, trying to live a normal life, but also Kiryu realizing that that's not who he is. Kiryu is a person who fights for his ideals. Kiryu is a person who, while he isn't, like, fuck the law, he is also not for the law. Kiryu is a person who does his own thing to stand by his own ideals. And he does that in a Yakuza way. He can't just pretend that's not who he is. So it's like, again, maybe those will tie into the main story more as things go on. Maybe it'll become more clear as the story goes on that there's, like, a very similar connection of, like, maybe it's people's individual identity and stuff like that. Like, it's how people are going about their identity of themselves and how that ties into the main story. And that might have more, like, direct parallels. Like, it's more so, like, there are characterizations and themes that I can see building for the characters, like, that we're playing as, and some of the characters that are coming up in the story. But I'm not, at this point, we've done so much work establishing the conspiracy that it's a bit harder to see like what the themes of the conspiracy are. So it's more so like, will the themes of the conspiracy tie into the themes that the characters are going through? Because that'll be the big thing that really clinches it together to like, oh, it all wraps together, and this is like why the conspiracy is like this, why the story is like this, and why the characters and their own personal arcs feel kind of disconnected to it. There might be moments as we go through that that make that a bit more cohesive. It just doesn't feel like it's quite at that stage yet, but also I'm not like holding that against the game, because it feels like this conspiracy is so complex that we need to spend this much time establishing it. Like the Yakuza 4, it was just it did take a bit more time. It wasn't immediately. It's not like, oh, in Akiyama's chapter I immediately realized what the game was going for. There was like groundwork being laid and things that I did notice in Akiyama's chapter. But it's like Yakuza 4's entire thing is about like power structures, it's about hierarchies, it's about people's expected positions in society, it's about the bonds between people and like how those can overcome the corruptness of things. It's about the people who fight for themselves to try and be at the top versus the people who help everyone else around them and everything like that. The Yakuza 4 is like all of that going on. And there are moments in Akiyama's chapter that I could look back on and just be like, oh, Akiyama's entire beginning of the game is literally filled with that from front to end. And there are some moments in the moment going through where I noticed that. And then obviously Saejima's, it becomes a lot more apparent because of the whole prison thing. And then with Tanimura's, it's laid out very blatantly that, hey, this is what the game is about. Tanimura's chapter, the 3rd out of 4 characters, makes it very obvious that, hey, yes, this is indeed what this game is going for, and very explicitly what this game is about. You now know exactly what this game is about, so we're going into it with Kiryu and stuff like that. So it might be the next character or two that really does tie in the themes of the story into like the themes of the characters and why they are like a more cohesive whole and everything like that. Because it's just at this point I'm not quite seeing it, but I'm also not holding that against the game because the plot is so complex that it may not have time to get into the emotional backing behind the plot yet, but we have to do that for the characters because that's what Yakuza does really well. Like, as I was saying, it's just like, even, like, I'm interested in the plot in this game. I'm interested in the story. I'm interested in the conspiracy. I'm interested in all of that happening. It's Yakuza. It's melodrama as shit. It's complicated as shit. I'm here, and I'm super here for all of those vibes, and I do love it and everything like that. It's just this one is so complicated already, and I'm not having as much, like, emotional grab on that complicatedness at this stage in the story. But then you get to a moment where, like, Saejima is standing there with Baba with a gun in his fucking face. And Saejima is telling him how much he fucking cares about Baba. And it's just like, it doesn't matter, like, if the main story is not quite pulling me in emotionally, this is still fucking Yakuza. And the emotional core of this franchise is still fucking here, and it is belting me over the face right now with this moment. So it's like, that emotional core that Yakuza is so incredibly good at is still absolutely here in the characters. So I'm hoping we get that in the story at some point once the groundwork has been established, because it's very clear that the groundwork to establish it takes a really long time, whereas the establishing for the characters is already done because we've literally played as the 2 characters that we have already. Like, all of the establishment for Kiryu's arc in this game and his emotional moments, and all of the establishing of Saejima and his emotional moments in this game were in previous games. So we can get that emotional payoff in this game very quickly with the characters. Whereas this plot that's happening, the conspiracy that's happening, is being developed starting with this game. So it's going to take more moments for that to get fleshed out so the emotional moments can be dolloped into it. But anyways, I have to end it here, because after we save, it's going to tell us the next character. That's going to say Shono Akiyama. The final 2 characters are going to be the new ones. Just to keep me, just to string me along for as long as possible. But, yeah, so I will end it here. Next time, we begin the next character. Again, I'm going to guess it's Shono Akiyama, and then it'll be the final 2 characters who are new characters. That'd be really funny, that it's just like, oh, going into Yakuza 5, I also don't know who the playable characters are, and then it starts with, like, those 3, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, it's not going to be Tanimura next. And then also, I'd have no idea who the fifth would be. It's gonna happen. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you the next time that I see you. Until then, this is version 2, signing out.
ダメダメダメよダメなのよあんたが好きで